August baseball on Cape Cod doesn't get much better than this. Harwich and Yarmouth Dennis, the East Division Championship Series from right here at Red Wilson Field. One team moves a step closer to a Cape League title, and alongside Milo Hoffman, I'm Luke Brenham, and we're ready to bring you Game 1 of the Cape League Playoffs East Division Championship Series presented by Readers Hardwood Supply. Milo, the Mariners win 2-0, a two-game sweep over Brewster the off day yesterday. Meanwhile, YD had to win a series-deciding matchup against Chatham.
Yeah, yesterday YD took down the A's 8-2 right here at Red Wilson Field. The game before that, in game number 2, Yarmouth Dennis won just 1-0. So very different ball games. The offense for the Red Sox is starting to pick up after really struggling through the first two games of that previous series.
Let's dive into the Harwich Mariners starting lineup tonight. Harwich finished the regular season third place in the East Division, 21-19 for record. They're led by their head man, Steve Engler, in his 24th season as the head man of the M's. Leading off in left field, Nico Brini. Batting second in right field, Colin Larson. Hitting third, the league MVP and Mariner shortstop Ty Smolinski. 4, 5, and 6 goes like this. Cade Kurland at second base, Sean O'Leary, the first baseman, playing third, J.P. Peltier. And the final three for Harwich in Game 1, Braden Jacksa, the catcher, Paul Jones, the DH, and Micah Kirikoff in center field. Any changes that stand out to you?
I think Paul Jones getting back-to-back starts for the Mariners as the DH went 0 for 3 in game number 2 against Brewster a couple of days ago. Not too many changes. Of course, you're going to put Sean O'Leary in there after his big walk-off hit against Brewster. But, I mean, listen, Quentin Coates not in the lineup. Of course, you kind of shake your head at that. Someone who's as talented as Quentin Coates. He was hammering the ball during batting practice. Maybe we will see him later on in this game.
Quentin Coates could come off the bench. Same with the speed of Charlie Criscola. The starting pitcher tonight for the YD Red Sox, the 6'4", 210-pound right-hander out of Vanderbilt, Connor Hamilton, hometown of Thompson Stations, Tennessee. And the Tennessee kid will meet the Mariners in Game 1. Nico Brini about to dig in. A packed house in Yarmouth Dennis and some rowdy fans already getting going here at the friendly confines of Merrill Red Wilson Field. Brini steps in, and now he addresses Hamilton. Hamilton looks in from the stretch. YD in white, Harwich in baby blue. Hamilton set. Deep breath, and comes home. First pitch. A breaking ball up high. First pitch at 4:01 and 86 degree Friday afternoon in Yarmouth Dennis. It is a steamer today. A rematch of the 2025 East Championship Series. Hamilton, the 1-0, swing and a miss. Fastball, Brini couldn't catch up. A ball and a strike on the Harwich left fielder. Hamilton played his freshman year at Vanderbilt, 9 starts, 14 appearances, pitched to a 4.95 ERA. Nico Brini is transferring to Vanderbilt. Two Vandy boys going at it in Game 1. The 1-1 cut on, ground ball to second, charging in quickly. Robinson pitches to first in time. 1 up, 1 down, and we're off and running in the semifinals of the Cape League playoffs.
Nico Brini now 0 for 10 so far this postseason, just trying to get the bat going. Always puts together a competent at-bat. He sees a lot of pitches, but good start for Connor Hamilton on the mound.
It's Colin Larson's turn. The lefty outfielder out of Boston College peers in. Hamilton has done a really nice job. Third on the YD staff in appearances summer-wide. First pitch to Larson, taken down and in for ball 1. This is Hamilton's 8th start on Cape Cod. 27 in the third innings pitched, 21 strikeouts, just 11 walks. And he's pitched to a 3.29 earned run average. Tough to get on base against the righty out of Vanderbilt. The 1-0. Outside again. That was the fastball. 2-0 in the Larson at-bat.
You mentioned it. 27 innings for Connor Hamilton so far this summer. I mean, that is a whole lot, especially here in the Cape. You don't see a lot of pitchers pitch north of 25 innings, so Hamilton has a ton of experience.
Normally the guys with high volume in the inning department didn't pitch a lot at school. Hamilton, like I mentioned, 9 starts, 36 innings pitched to a 4.95 ERA at Vanderbilt in the SEC. 2-0 the count to Larson. Hamilton got a new ball. Now he's coming home with it. That's called a strike right at the top of the zone, 2-1. The umpire crew this afternoon, Brendan Murphy was named Cape League Umpire of the Year. He's behind home plate. At first, it's Robert McHugh, and at third, Mike Hinosa. 2 balls and a strike to the all-star outfielder, Colin Larson. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 3. Ty Smolinski waiting for an at-bat on deck. This YD team is dominant. They've taken 3 of 5 regular season matchups against Harwich, and they were the number 1 seed in the postseason, a 28-11 record. 3-1. Swung on and fouled away. Third base side, the count goes full.
Both of us were here yesterday for that Game 3 between Chatham and YD. I think it was a little bit more crowded yesterday. Fans still filing in here early at Red Wilson Field. A lot of people sat in the outfield, not a ton of people out there, but listen, still early. People still making their way over. Early start, as always, here at Red Wilson.
It's also a steamer today. Sure we'll get a Friday afternoon surge. 1 out, nobody on, top of the first. 3-2 pitch coming. In the air, down the left field line. It's twisting foul. A long run for Tarnish, and he tracked it down in foul territory. A play on the run, and that's the second out of the top of the first. What an effort from Jace Tarnish. The spin on the ball had it tailing away from the left fielder, and he still found a way to get there.
Yeah, Larson actually thought that was way foul. After he hit that, he stood in the box and just kind of observed it as it went down the left field line. Probably was foul, but only by a couple of feet. Good play, though, by Tarnish.
2 out, nobody on for Ty Smolinski. Smolinski named the league MVP a few nights ago. .313 hitter, 6 bombs, 21 runs batted in. First pitch, up and away for ball 1. In 2 games of the playoff, though, Ty Smolinski is a hitless 0 for 8.
Yeah, trying to get it going. Ty Smolinski, of course, is the best player so far this summer. It's only a matter of time.
Hamilton comes home with a 1-0. It's fouled straight back into the netting. Counts even on Smolinski. Smolinski's MVP award kind of came down to just a few names. Andrew Costello of Bourne won the batting title, but a player on YD and their first baseman starting this afternoon, Tommy Gooden, was very much in the mix. Gooden knocked in over 30 runs, hit a plethora of home runs, 5 of them, to a .313 batting average. Smolinski beat him out for the award. 1-1. Up and away, not close. 2 balls and a strike to Smolinski.
And both of them know that. Tommy Gooden over there knows that the MVP's up right now. Smolinski knows that Gooden's having himself a good summer.
Hamilton has not pitched yet in the postseason. Quickly, 2 outs with nobody on. The 2-1 to Smolinski, fouled away. Ty was late on a fastball in on the hands, 2-2. Hamilton features a ton of pitches. Fastball, slider, sweeper, cut fastball, changeup, curveball. You won't see much of that change in curve. It's primarily the 4 with the 2 fastballs, the slider, and the sweeper. Just such a talented arm that can really mix you up if he gets in a rhythm. 2-2. Inside, ball 3. Back-to-back hitters for the M's in this opening inning take the count full.
It's been something that Smolinski's been doing throughout the postseason despite not picking up a hit just yet. Every single at-bat still is competitive. Remember that long 12-pitch at-bat in game number 2 against Brewster in extra innings the other night.
Counts full on Smolinski. Payoff pitch. Up high and away, ball 4. The Mariners have a 2-out base runner, and Cade Curlin will step in. That walk is our free pass of the game, presented by Cape Cod Community College. Go to Cape Cod Community College for free. Every program, no tuition or fees for those that qualify. capecod.edu/free for more. First base is now occupied. Smolinski's off of it, stole 10 bags in the regular season. And the cleanup hitter, Curlin, gets an opportunity in the top of the first. Smolinski a big lead, right on right matchup. First pitch, up high, but it's called a strike. A late call from Brendan Murphy. And Milo, if I recall correctly, it was Brendan Murphy behind the plate about a week ago who ejected Steve Englert from the game against the Catuit Kettleers. That was in the midst and ended the Mariners' 6-game losing streak. Turning point in the summer. Check on Smolinski, back with a dive. Curlin 2 for 7 so far in the postseason, has scored 3 runs on 2 walks as well. He's been a big on-base guy, looking for that extra base hit. Could spark something early on in this one. 0-1. Bouncing ball to short, charging in quickly is Takeuchi. Cuts it off from third place to second for the force out, and that's how the Mariner first ends. No runs on no hits, and 1 left on base. The 2-out Smolinski walk. We're off and running here in Game 1 of the East Division Championship Series. The YD starting lineup coming up when we come back on the Mariners Radio Network. A smooth top of the first inning. Scoreless go the Mariners. Starter for YD, Connor Hamilton. Left a 2-out walk on base. And now it's the bottom of the first inning. Time to take a look at the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox starting lineup for Game 1 this afternoon. Scott Pickler in his 28th summer as the head man in YD calls on these guys to start out Game 1. Leading off and playing left field, Jace Tarnish. Batting second, the center fielder, Phoenix Cole. Hitting third, Tommy Gooden, the first baseman. Look out for Gooden this afternoon. 4, 5, and 6, Kevin Takeuchi, the third baseman. Mateo Cerna, the DH. Reed Howard playing shortstop. Already has 2 home runs in just 8 postseason at-bats. And the final 3 for the Sox, Cole Hansen, the catcher, Ryder Robinson at second, and Jake Souders in right field. The Mariners will call on the U.S. Naval Academy product, the 6'4", 230-pound right-hander, Brady Bendick. Bendick at a State College, PA, making his 4th appearance of the summer for the M's, has pitched 8 innings, has only given up 1 earned run, and struck out a whopping 13 hitters. Right on right with Jace Tarnish. Bendick, a big windup. He comes home. First pitch, fastball, misses inside, ball 1. Bendick pitched a ton at the U.S. Naval Academy. 13 starts, 82 innings pitched to a 2.42 ERA. 1-0. Just off the outside corner. That was a really good fastball, but it missed. 2-0.
Big start right here for Bendick, obviously, in the playoffs, but you want to command the zone as much as possible.
2-0. Hit foul off the handle of the bat. Tarnish even ahead in the count, 2-0. Just kind of jabbed at that fastball. Was late. 2-1.
Here at this ballpark, too, you really want to try and keep the ball on the ground because the fences are so tightly in. It's just 380 feet to dead center.
2-1. Taken inside. 3 balls and a strike to Jace Tarnish. It's a good point you bring up in the wind every single time I'm here. Now the last 2 summers. Feels like it's always blowing out to straightaway left field. The righty pole hitters love it. 3-1 pitch. Up high, but called a strike atop the zone. Brendan Murphy loves these delayed calls, and the count goes full. Tarnish had tossed his bat to the YD dugout. He's got to pick it up with an ear-to-ear smile on his face. Now shakes his head, and a payoff pitch is coming here to the leadoff man for the Red Sox.
Murphy says, everything happens on my time, and I'm the Cape League Umpire of the Year.
Payoff pitch. Shallow looper into right field. This is in no man's land, and Larson couldn't find it in the sun. He got there in time, but overran the baseball, and that'll drop in for a leadoff single for Tarnish.
Unlucky there. The sun is beaming down here today. Curlin, the second baseman, O'Leary, the first baseman, and Larson in right field all had no idea where this ball was.
It's one of the hottest days of the summer. It comes on Friday afternoon. Phoenix Call, the center fielder out of UCLA, digs in right on right. Bendick checks on the runner at first. It gets away from O'Leary down the right field line, and this is an extra 90 feet for Tarnish and the Sox. The air is going to go on Sean O'Leary. That was very much a catchable baseball. Bendick made a quick move, and it caught the Mariners' first baseman off guard. Nobody out with Tarnish now at second base. Steve Englert yells out two-man game. You assume that's pitcher and catcher. First pitch to Call, taken for a strike. Bendick just a three-pitch mix, fastball, curveball, changeup. Uses the fastball 65% of the time. The other two, his punch-out pitches. 0-1 the count on Call. The pitch, way outside. There was the changeup, 1-1.
Yeah, you got to command the pitch right here if you're Brady Bendick. And I like that. Two-man game. Focus on the hitter at the plate right now. If you're Call, though, I mean, ground ball other way. Get the runner to third. Try to get on the board early here.
Ball and a strike. Check swing. Call didn't go. Another breaking ball down and away. 2-1. Call's had a really nice summer. This is his 41st start. A .220 hitter. 10 runs batted in. 4 doubles. And a really good defensive center fielder. 2-1. Outside and low, 3-1. Early control issues in the bottom of the first for Bendick. Bendick has been superb in that category his entire college career. Just 27 walks in 82 innings pitched at school. 3-1. A little bit up high for ball 4, but a balk is called before the pitch. The count will stay 3-1. Tarnish is awarded third base. This has been a tough start defensively for the M's. An error and now a balk has a leadoff blue pit that should have been caught onto third base with nobody out.
Yeah, now actually a walk isn't the end of the world. You set up the double play.
3-1. Fly ball down the right field line, and that's foul. A big strike two for Bendick. Counts full on Phoenix Call.
If you walk Phoenix Call, put him at first. Tommy Gooden on deck, as good as he's been all season long, has 2 double plays against Harwich so far this summer. Both came in the same game.
Runner at third with nobody out. Bendick looks in, shakes one off. Now he's got his pitch. Here comes the payoff. Outside and away. Low and away, misses to Phoenix Call. And a walk has runners on the corners with nobody out. You bring up the idea that Gooden, or at least the walk, opens up the double play ball for Gooden, but at the same time, you might not want extra runners on base with a guy who has 31 runs batted in that leads the Cape League. Up to hit. A right-on-left matchup. Gooden out of Vanderbilt. First and third, nobody out. First pitch. A line drive into left center field, a base hit for Gooden. Tarnish scores from third. Call goes first to second. It's 1-0 Red Sox. There's nobody out. And Sox aboard off of first and second. A Gooden RBI single.
I mean, he's just a pro at bringing runners in. There was a hole on the left side of the infield. Line shot over there. Mariners just need to clean it up defensively right now. The errors, the balks, that's why that run came home to score. It should have been out number 1 if Larson knew where the ball was because it got caught in the sun.
Now you really got to try and keep this just a 1-run inning. First and second, nobody out. Kevin Takeuchi, the hitter. First pitch, Takeuchi shows bunt, pulls it away. Pitch is called a strike. Bendick gets ahead.
So in the first series, we saw Steve Englert manage really well against Jamie Shevchuk and the Whitecaps. Scott Pickler on the other side, he's been here just as long as Englert.
Winningest manager in the Cape League. 0-1, downstairs, 1-1. Feels like that spot down low, but the combination of low and away in these right-on-right matchups is where Bendick has missed early. Bendick up to 16 pitches, only 7 of which have been strikes. 1-1. Swing and a foul tip caught by Jaxa. A ball and 2 strikes in the Takeuchi at-bat. Gooden off of first. Call off a second. It's 1-0 YD. Bottom of the first. Game 1 of the East Division Championship Series. Nobody out. Bendick, the 2-strike pitch. Outside, 2-2.
I don't mind it. A slider. Wasn't really close, but Takeuchi did give it a little bit of a budge.
Bendick, one of the best competitors out here. His fastball at 85 miles an hour. It's not even competitive with a lot of guys in the velocity department, but he finds ways to get guys out. Looking for the first. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string with a curveball, and that's a massive out number 1 on the Takeuchi K.
It went back to the off-speed on the outside corner. And I said it pitched before. Takeuchi gave it a look. He sort of leaned forward, pulled back. That time he could not hold up.
Cape League All-Star Mateo Cerna digs into the left side. Cerna was an All-Star as a catcher. He's the designated hitter this afternoon for the Red Sox. Cerna transferring to Alabama. First and second, 1 out, 1 already in the Red Sox first. First pitch, taken down low, ball 1. You have to think Bendick's really living down below the knees, looking for that double play ball. But right now, credit to YD, they haven't offered.
I think with the Bendick arsenal not having the highest velocity, keeping it down low is the right game plan.
1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Brought the curveball all the way down in the high 60s, 1-1. Cerna, a 300 hitter this summer, 3 home runs, 11 runs batted in. And he's 3 for 9 with a bomb and 3 ribbies in the postseason. First and second, 1 out. The 1-1 pitch is coming home. Swing and a miss. Bendick went right back to that curveball, and he's ahead 1-2. Really big pitch coming here. Cerna, a dominant hitter. Reed Howard on deck is the hottest hitter in the YD lineup. Gooden off a first, Call off a second. And the 2-strike pitch. It hit him in the right elbow. A fastball ran into the left-handed hitter Cerna, and the bases are loaded with Howard coming up.
That's a backbreaker because you really felt like you had Cerna on the ropes. 2 swings and misses on that breaking ball. And now all of a sudden you got the bases loaded after you felt like you were maybe 1 pitch away from 2 outs.
No doubt about it. They're loaded with just 1 out. And Reed Howard, the new Virginia Cavalier transfer, and shortstop for YD. Right on right with Bendick. Howard has 2 home runs and just 8 at-bats of the playoffs. First pitch, fouled back off the catcher, Jaxa, and he's got to walk that off. This YD Red Sox team made a living all regular season, dominating with runners in scoring position. A .317 batting average as a team, good for number 1 on Cape Cod. They finished as the highest scoring offense in the league, the best team batting average, and the lowest pitching staff ERA. That is not a bad combination. The corners of the Mariners infield pinch in if Howard decides to lay a bunt down. Bases loaded, 1 out, the 0-1 coming from Bendick. Taken, a ball up high, 1-1. Milo, I would hate to be a homer just in the first inning, but there has not really been any consistency or establishment of a strike zone so far.
Yeah, you're trying to figure that out throughout the game, trying to read what Murphy's got.
1-1. Breaking ball. That misses high. 2-1 to Howard. In the Mariners first, it felt like it was a little bit tight. Or pardon me, loose, pitcher's friendly. And now it's really tightening up. Bases loaded, 1 out. Howard in his 25th start of the summer for the Sox. An opportunity, the 2-1. That's called a strike. A breaking ball lands belt high, and it's 2-2. 1 already in, but it feels like if you can turn an inning-ending double play, just get out of here, trailing by a run, it would be a huge momentum boost for the M's. 2-2 pitch. Inside ball 3, and that missed by a whisker.
Ooh. That was close. Englert starting to introduce himself to Murphy here. An early introduction, first inning.
Mariners pitching coach Hunter Dilworth is pacing on his feet in the Mariner dugout. Payoff pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Bendick got him. A massive strikeout. Howard back to the dugout. And the bases stay loaded with now 2 outs, and the catcher Cole Hansen due up.
It's that one pitch right there. The breaking ball has gotten multiple Red Sox hitters way out in front of it. It's a big weapon.
That was the 29th pitch of this first inning for Bendick. Cerna off of first, Gooden off of second, Call the lead runner at third, and the hitter Cole Hansen. 11 for 41 on Cape Cod. First pitch is a strike at the knees, a good fastball from Brady Bendick. The last time Bendick pitched a 7-2 loss against Chatham was just an opener. 2 innings pitched, 1 hit for 1 earned run. There's 1 already in for the Sox in the first. Here comes the 0-1. A little bit inside with the breaker, 1-1.
With that pitch, Bendick up to 30 pitches here in the first inning.
Hansen, Cal Baptist collegiately. Going to give the Sox a huge boost with the 2-out hit. Bendick trying to slam the door. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. That breaking ball is dialed in this afternoon for Bendick. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Hansen has some pop. In just 18 starts, 2 home runs, 7 runs batted in. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Brady Bendick stands tall in the first inning. 1 scores on just 2 widey hits, but the bases are stranded with a man at every single one of them. 1-0 through 1. We'll be back for the second at Red Wilson Field. You're listening on the Mariners Radio Network. YD strikes first in game 1. A 2-hit first inning. The Red Sox plate 1 run on the Tommy Gooden RBI single, but it could have been a lot worse. The bases stay loaded on back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning from the Mariners starter Brady Bendick. And we've now entered top 2. It's 5, 6, and 7 coming up for the Mariners. Sean O'Leary, J.P. Peltier, and Braden Jacksa. O'Leary digs into the left side. Second inning is brought to you by Milton Cat, proud to power the Cape all summer long. Right on left matchup. Hamilton, the starter, back out there. First pitch coming. Outside with the heat. Ball 1. I never thought that summer baseball could provide hostile environments, but this is definitely one.
It is. We feel like we're away right now.
I wouldn't want it any other way. 1-0 to O'Leary, chopped down the first baseline. That's foul. For reference, we are stationed down the first baseline here at YD. A big Mariner cavalry of fans behind us in the bleachers and with chairs set up. You got to set up chairs here, but just before the game, right? And the lineup's down. I hope Harwich loses. You guys are from Harwich. I love it. Cape League rivalries at its finest. Ball and a strike to O'Leary. Hamilton ready? A long pause, and he deals home. Up and away. Fastball a little bit wayward in the O'Leary AB. Sean's ahead 2-1. O'Leary's last start, well, I don't know if he will forget it his entire life. A walk-off double to send the Whitecaps home for good this summer. 2-1 pitch. Taken. for a strike. That just clipped the outside edge, 2-2.
It's almost funny seeing O'Leary up with nobody on and nobody out. He's been so clutch with runners in scoring position in big moments.
And he's bumped up to 5th in this lineup because of it. 2-2. That's a looping breaking ball, nowhere near the zone. Count goes full on O'Leary. Harwich hitless in the first inning. They got a 2-out walk from Smolinski. This is just the 5th batter that Hamilton have seen. This is the 3rd payoff pitch that he will deal. He's up to 23 pitches. Payoff. Swing and a miss. The high fastball lit up the eyes of O'Leary, and he's down on strikes for the first out.
It's the first strikeout of the night for Connor Hamilton on the mound, the Vanderbilt kid. Just a fastball too fast for Sean O'Leary. Good at bat, though. Worked it full.
1 down, J.P. Peltier digs in. Peltier got the party started in Game 2 against Brewster. Had a 3-run home run to open up all scoring in that game. See if J.P. can stay hot. First pitch coming. Popped up behind home plate. That's into the seats for strike 1. Peltier was a Cape League All-Star this season, a 200 hitter, 2 homers, now has a 3rd from the playoffs, and 20 runs batted in. That's the department where he is must start. Defensively, he's money, but he's really good with runners on base. Jacksa up next, 1 out, nobody on, the 0-1 pitch on its way. Look out, up and in, Peltier turns around. Breaking ball that Hamilton didn't have much grip of, 1-1.
Yeah, it seems like that grip on the breaking ball is not there right now. He's missed a couple times arm side, in on righties and away to lefties.
Mariners dugout trying to light a fire here in the 2nd inning. 1-1. Fouled straight back. Peltier was on time with that center cut fastball. And it's now 1-2.
And I was actually going to say he was on time with that first foul in this at-bat as well. Just a tick late. He's on this pitch right now, you can tell.
Surprised that Connor Hamilton has not pitched in the postseason. But good strategy from YD to have a guy of this caliber be ready to go. 4th consecutive day with a game for the Red Sox in the postseason. 2-strike pitch. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back punch-outs to start the 2nd inning for Hamilton, and Jacksa will come up with nobody on.
He went lower in the zone there. Interesting. Normally stayed up, went up with the O'Leary strikeout, but Peltier just laid on that heater, center cut.
Jacksa takes his time digging in, maybe trying to slow down the momentum of Hamilton on the hill. Right on right matchup with the Mariners' 6'6" catcher. First pitch, up high, ball 1. Whitey used 11 pitchers in their 3-game series against Chatham. Harwich used 7 pitchers in their 2-game sweep against Brewster. 5 of those 7 pitchers came in Game 2. 1-0. Check swing, and they say he went around 1-1. Jackson nods his head at some Steve Englert commands from the Mariners dugout. 2 outs, nobody on. Whitey up 1-0 in the top of the 2nd. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball. The first look at a really good one from Connor Hamilton for strike 2.
Yeah, just out in front of that. Jacksa sometimes tends to be out in front of the breaking ball a bit. He's such a tall frame, it breaks and it goes low. He lunges out.
Jackson, an aggressive hitter, doesn't like to take pitches. Wants to do some damage. 2-strike pitch. Got him looking right down the middle. A called strike 3. Connor Hamilton strikes out the side in the top of the 2nd. We'll be back for the home half. YD up 1-0 in Game 1 of the East Division Championship Series. You're listening on the Mariners Radio Network. We've played an inning and a half at Red Wilson Field, and the YD Red Sox lead 1-0 over the Harwich Mariners. Bottom of the second inning features 8, 9, and 1 in the YD lineup. 7 hitters came to hit in a 2-hit, 1-run first inning. Milo, how can the Mariners starter Brady Bendick settle in a little more?
That's that breaking ball. It had so much success in that first inning after getting into some trouble early on. He struck out 3 of the final 4 batters he faced.
He's able to end the inning on back-to-back Ks, and that's why it's just a 1-run lead. Ryder Robinson digs in, takes a first pitch fastball outside for ball 1. Robinson in his 15th start of the summer for the Red Sox, middle infielder out of Brigham Young University. 12 for 35 at the plate, a homer, and 8 runs batted in. The 1-0, there's that breaking ball, but it misses up and outside. 2-0. Control is just everything for Bendick, and it's really not something that we would talk about as needing to be there for a good start because you just expect it. And the 2-0 is also outside. 3 balls to start off Ryder Robinson.
Yeah, you really want to try and limit the holes that you get yourself into. Got himself into a first inning hole. Try and limit it here.
3-0 pitch. That's outside. A 4-pitch walk. And Robinson gets aboard to start the home half of the second.
It's arm side run on a lot of his pitches right now. They're just tailing away. And so try and have to buckle it down here and avoid some damage as the top of the lineup is looming once again.
That's the second walk of the start. Bendick has also hit a batter. Jake Souders digs in, right fielder and New Mississippi State transfer. Leadoff man aboard, and Bendick steps off and calls time. He wants a new pitch. Bendick just trying to settle into this one. A lot of pressure here in the Cape League. He only got here about 10 days ago. First pitch, breaking ball up high, ball 1. And Hunter Dilworth starting to get busy in the Mariner dugout, talking to the home plate umpire, Brendan Murphy. Mentioning calls that went against the Mariners offensively. The 1-0 is called a strike. That was right on the corner at the knees. A breaking ball, 1-1. Souter 7 for 31 this summer, a home run, 5 knocked in. A big strikeout guy, but he has a lot of pop. Coming off a dominant year at Samford. Now he's upgraded to the SEC. Check on the runner at first. Robinson back in time. Robinson has stolen 4 bases on 5 attempts in the summer of 2026. Another check on him. He hadn't left the base yet. Bendick rifled that pickoff move over there to O'Leary. Sean was ready. And now he's reset on the first base side of the rubber. The 6'4" righty looks in. The 1-1. Taken inside for ball 2. And, man, it is tight right now, and I'm talking about the strike zone.
It is.
Runner at first, nobody out. YD up 1-0. The 2-1 pitch. Line drive into right center field. This touches down for extra bases. A big turn at second. Robinson gets the windmill around third. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is not in time, and it's 2-0 YD on an RBI double from Jake Souders. The top of the order got busy in the first, and here comes the bottom. It's now 2-0. Souders at second with nobody out, and the second time through will set up Jace Tarnish, the leadoff man.
And Steve Englert's already out of the dugout. And this kind of has the vibe of a, let's just talk. I'm not going to pull you right this second. Just in the second inning, need some distance. But it's interesting, through the first series of the playoffs, the top of the YD lineup was a combined 4 for 33. And the bottom of the lineup were the guys that were getting it done. And now Souders is a prime reason why. He's now 4 for his first 7 this playoffs.
So the lineup turns over for Jace Tarnish, left fielder out of Kentucky. A walk from Robinson, and he scores on the Souders RBI double. 2-0 YD. There's nobody out in the bottom of the second. Steve Englert exits the hill. The defense goes back to their positions. Corners pinch in. First pitch. Ground ball up the middle, right at Kurland. He knocks it down, now plays to first. O'Leary picked it clean on a dive for the first out of the inning. Souders goes from second to third, and O'Leary just saved a second Mariner error in just the second inning.
That was an all-time play right there from Sean O'Leary. Full dive, had to scoop it as well.
Tarnish does his job, though. Gets the runner into third base in just a one-out situation. Phoenix Call is the hitter for YD. Call could bunt here. The infield comes all the way in. Everyone on the infield grass. First pitch to Phoenix Call in the dirt, ball one. Trickled away from Jaxa, but he picked it up in time. Souter stays put at third.
Yeah, it's these at-bats that you're going to remember. Already have a run in the inning, but can you cut it right now? Stop the bleeding.
Bendick and the M's were able to do that in the first inning. 1-0 pitch. Taken inside for ball two. Steve Englert is now muttering to himself, shaking his head. There's a couple of veins launching out of his earlobe. And now he looks down in between his legs and continues to shake his head. Runner at third with one out. 2 balls and no strikes the count. Here's the 2-0. Breaking ball. That's outside for ball 3. Mariner fans starting to get fed up here. 45 pitches for the starter Bendick. There's 1 out in the second inning. 20 of them have been strikes. 3-0. Right down the middle with the fastball. Cold. Strike 1. Big spot here. Feels like nothing has gone Harwich's way. It's so early, but YD putting together these long first 2 innings offensively. 3-1. In the air, shallow right field. Larson battling the sun, goes back a little bit, now makes the grab. It's deep enough to score the run. Souders, an RBI sac fly for Phoenix Call, and it's 3-0 YD.
Yeah, job well done for Call. Larson's really struggling with the sun over there in right field. Already had a ball drop in front of him on a play that probably should have been made. And this one, he had no time to even think about throwing home because he just had to make sure he caught the ball.
Right, which is probably the right move to not worry about the throw home. But that's a part of the ballpark where Larson, if there was no sun, would maybe have a play at the plate. Tommy Gooden, the hitter, 2 outs with nobody on. Cuts and misses at a first pitch fastball. Strike 1. Gooden got the scoring started in this one, an RBI single back in the first inning. Now 2 already in the YD second. It's 3-0 Red Sox. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. A really nice start to this at-bat from Bendick. Fastball outside for strike 1. Comes to the breaker running in on the lefty Gooden for strike 2. 0-2 pitch. Line drive into right field, a base hit for Gooden. He is some kind of hitter. A 2-for-2 start in just the first 2 innings for Gooden. And the second inning continues. An at-bat for Kevin Takeuchi.
Yeah, that's even after going down 0-2, and he looked like he was done in that at-bat. But on another breaking ball, adjusted and hammered it into right.
It'll be a right-on-right matchup with Takeuchi. Takeuchi struck out his first time up. Bendick checks on Gooden off of first base. Gooden has not stolen a base so far this summer. Just a big power-hitting first baseman. First pitch. Takeuchi grounds one right side of the infield. It beats the shift for another base hit into right. Gooden thought about third. Now the throw comes into second, and they got Gooden leaning to end the inning. He overran the bag, didn't know where the ball was, and the Mariners right fielder Colin Larson fires a strike to throw him out. A 3-hit, 2-run second leaves 1 on base for the Red Sox, and it's quickly 3-0 through 2. We'll be right back for the third on the Mariners Radio Network. YD is on the board early in Game 1 of the East Division Championship Series. The Red Sox played 1 in the first and just scored 2 more in the second. It's 3-0 Yarmouth Dennis, and the top of the third features 8, 9, and 1 in the Harwich lineup. It'll be Jones, Kirikoff, and Breeny. Milo, the starter for the Red Sox, Connor Hamilton, has been dominant in the first 2 innings.
Yeah, it's coming off of a second inning in which he struck out the side, O'Leary, Peltier, and Jaxa. Just one hitter has reached so far. That was a Smolinski walk back in the first. The Mariners need some traffic.
Paul Jones, the left-handed hitter, digs in. Mariner fans may be wondering why Quentin Coates is not in the starting lineup. Steve Englert said he wanted a left-handed hitter in Jones instead against the righty starter Hamilton. First pitch, in the dirt for ball 1. Can't say that I've seen the Mariner dugout this invested early on in the game. You know, when you get in the 7th, 8th inning, everyone starts to care, and especially the regular season don't hold this kind of playoff value. But both teams dialed in. YD has executed early on. 1-0 pitch. Bouncing ball, third base side. Jones beats the shift with a base hit into left field. The shortstop, Howard, had to run all the way down the line to even make a play on the ball, a hit the entire way for Jones, and that's one way to make use of a rare start in the postseason. The leadoff man is aboard for the M's.
Yeah, he really beat the shift there. So much so that Takayuchi, the third baseman, had to do a Jeter jump throw just to get the ball back in to hold Jones to 1.
Kirikoff, the 9-hole hitter, will dig in. Micah is 2 for 6 with an RBI and a double in the playoffs. A spark at the bottom of this Harwich lineup. 1 on with nobody out. First pitch to Kirikoff. Up and in, ball 1. YD was able to dominate Chatham yesterday in the series deciding Game 3. YD hit 3 home runs in that contest and led wire to wire. Harwich trying to prevent that in Game 1. The 1-0 pitch. Kirikoff fouls it off down the right field line to even the count.
Good hack from Micah Kirikoff right there. He's just on time right now. Over the last 2 weeks, he's been one of the best hitters on this Mariners team.
The nice part about being down is that the Mariners are A, down early, but B, playing in a ballpark where all 9 in your lineup can hit a home run here. A short porch everywhere. Ball and a strike to Kirikoff. Here's the pitch. Taken a little bit low, a fastball, 2-1. Kirikoff has a fantastic eye at the plate. He's hit 190 for average this summer. That it's not going to scream out at you, but 22 walks, and he's really kicked it into a different gear come the playoffs and even last 2 weeks of the regular season. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball was right down the middle. Kirikoff tried to hit it into the trees down the left field line, but couldn't connect. 2-2.
Yeah, over these last 8 games or so, Kirikoff has hit 280, second best on the team with a 958 OPS, also second best.
Jones, decent lead off of first, and the 2-strike pitch on its way. Bouncing ball, third base side, and it squeaks into left field, a Kirikoff base knock. The bottom of the order has set the table in the top of the third. A hit from Jones, a hit from Kirikoff, and there's 2 on with nobody out for Nico Breeny.
Big chance right here for Nico Breeny. Staring his bat up and down right now, twisted a few times. He twirls it in his hands before he swings. And if you can just at least get Paul Jones over to third base right now with 1 out, that's a big job.
Maybe a sac bunt, get them both over. Colin Larson on deck. Kirikoff at first with a ton of speed. Jones off a second. A plus runner. Not as good as Kirikoff. And Breeny the batter from the left side. First trouble for Hamilton. First pitch, Breeny shows bunt. Gets it down right back to the pitcher. It's in no man's land. And everybody's safe. A bunt hit for Breeny. And here come the Mariners. The bases are loaded with nobody out.
I mean, you could not draw this up any better right now. Breeny laid it down, and the pitcher Hamilton went to cover home, and no one was left to field the ball, and so it was just trickling in the middle of nowhere.
The bunt was directly back to Hamilton, and I thought he was going to barehand it, throw to first, a routine sac bunt. He completely ditched the ball, like Milo said, and what a chance this is. 3 singles to kick off the top of the third. Colin Larson's the hitter with the bases juiced. First pitch. Check swing. It trickles away from the catcher. And the home plate umpire, Brendan Murphy, says that Larson went around for strike 1. Larson chimes in. Runner stayed put. The catcher, Hansen, was able to knock it down in front of home plate. Scoreboard here reads 1-0, but the count is 0-1. Brini at first, Kirikoff at second, Jones at third. 0-1. Taken outside, 1-1.
Yeah, first at bat for Larson, despite being out on a fly ball to left. He hit it well. It was off the barrel, twisting near the corner over there. Had the triple in game number 2 against Brewster.
Game-tying triple in the 7th inning of that game. He's 1 for 9 with that lone hit in the postseason. 1-1. Breaking ball. Pushed to third base. Gloved, and the throw comes home for the force out at the plate. Takeuchi gets James. Bases stay loaded for Harwich. 1 out and no run score on the Colin Larson 5-2 fielder's choice. Ty Smolinski, though, is the hitter.
And this is what you want right now if you're the Mariners. And Ty, his job, get the ball in the outfield. Bring home at least 1 right now.
Mariners have so much speed with Brini at second and Kirikoff at third. Smolinski, the league MVP. First pitch in the dirt, blocked by Hansen. That's some play. Saves a run, ball 1.
I think you could also include Larson in that. Over at first base, a ball in the gap here, despite the fences being so close. YD has already scored a run on a double in the gap with the guy in first.
3 fastest guys in the starting lineup, all aboard with 1 out. And the league MVP as the hitter. 1-0 pitch, breaking ball up high. 2-0 to Smolinski, and there's nowhere to put him. Pitching coach for YD, Eric Beattie, will exit the dugout, call time, and have a word with Hamilton.
Yeah, he's got MLB experience. 2nd year with YD so far this summer. It's his 2nd year in head coaching conversations with Chatham, a guy who maybe will hold a head coaching job at some point here on the Cape.
A lot of pitching coaches across all of baseball almost have that relaxed vibe to them where they're just friendly with the pitchers. We were here as spectators sitting down the left field line adjacent to the YD dugout for Game 3 yesterday against Chatham. And the bullpen guys were coming over, talking to us. Connor Hamilton, the starter, being one of them. But the second that Eric Beattie would come to the bullpen from the dugout, they would all stand up and greet him with a handshake, show their respect, and there was no more horseplay when Beattie was around the bullpen. But the moment is right now. A 3-0 lead in the top of the third for YD. Harwich has the bases loaded on 3 consecutive singles with just 1 out. Ty Smolinski, the hitter, in a 2-0 count. Hamilton set on the hill, a deep breath, and he fires home. Bouncing ball, foul down third or first base line, 2-1.
That's a pitch that Ty could do some damage with. A fastball over the plate, turned his hands in quickly, a little out in front of it.
First strike of the count. Smolinski a little bit early on that one. Left-handed hitter looks relaxed in the lefty box. Bases juiced with 1 out. 2-1 pitch. Line drive, scooped on 1 hop and ricocheted into center field. That's an infield single for Smolinski, and Kirikoff comes around to score. That ball was smashed right at the second baseman, Robinson. He tried to backhand it, and the ball trickled into center field. It's now 3-1 YD. Station to station go the M's, and Cade Kurland, it's your turn to keep this rally alive.
And there's the first knock of the playoffs for Ty Smolinski. Hard hit, and the second baseman, Robinson, tried to scoop that, but would have been a real tough play. Almost short-hopped him.
The first hit comes in RBI fashion for Smolinski. First pitch to Kurland. Taken right down the middle for a called strike 1. You need more than 1 here.
Yep. Kurland, his job is to get the runner from third home. Sac fly does the job.
Brini at third. Larson at second. Smolinski at first. The 0-1 pitch, low and away. Kurland took it, 1-1. Kurland has been the cleanup hitter for the last 17 starts as a Mariner. Curland, a 240 hitter, 2 home runs, 15 runs batted in. He's 2 for 8 now in his 3rd start of the postseason. 1-1. Line drive into center field, but it's right at Phoenix Call, who makes a jumping catch. It's deep enough to score Brini on the sacrifice fly, and now the lead is cut to 1. It's 3-2 Yarmouth Dennis. Sac fly RBI for Curland. That's his first run batted in of the playoffs, and a big one.
Because this field is so close, Call is playing in, and he made the leaping grab, but an unorthodox leaning grab from a center fielder. It was almost like he was a shortstop trying to stab down a line drive. Jumped up, and job well done here for the Mariners.
If that would have got over his head, whew,
start the merry-go-round.
Completely different baseball game right now. What an athletic play, though. Ball was scorched right at him. You don't really see center fielders, unless you're up against the wall, jump directly up in the air to catch a baseball. Sean O'Leary, the hitter, first and second with 2 outs. O'Leary, the best hitter in Cape Cod, with 2 outs and men on. First pitch, outside for ball 1. O'Leary had a pinch hit at bat in game 1 against Brewster, drove in a run, and then is coming off the walk-off double in game 2 to get the Mariners into the East Division Championship Series. 1-0. Taken outside, ball 2.
You hear from the Mariners dugout, get it to JP. Just trying to keep the line going. JP Peltier on deck. Unselfish at-bats. Move the chain.
You know Sean O'Leary, he's geared up to do some damage. He's ahead in the count, 2-0. The pitch, inside, not even close, 3-0. All right, Milo, let's ask you the question now. 3-0 count, probably going to get a fastball. O'Leary maybe the hottest hitter in this lineup. Do you give him the green light?
I think you got to take a pitch right here. I mean, you've already got 2 runs in the inning. JP Peltier has been almost as dangerous on deck.
Ball away from loading the bases, a hit away from tying the game. 3-0. Outside, a 4-pitch walk to O'Leary, and Harwich has him loaded again. This time, it's JP Peltier coming up to hit.
Already has a 3-run homer so far this playoffs. Last at-bat did strike out, but was on a couple of fastballs, fouled a few right back.
Peltier with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Harwich down by a run in the top of the 3rd inning. First pitch, outside, ball 1. That walk to O'Leary was just the second of the start for Hamilton, but as of recent, as the catcher Hansen goes out to talk to him, it's been a little bit 2 balls for every strike the last hitter or 2.
Yeah, and this is massive for the Mariners because, I mean, you are working Hamilton right now, who was really efficient through the first 2 innings, and now up to 53 pitches used. They're not even through 3.
Both starters having some trouble. Wouldn't it be interesting if Harwich could come out of the 3rd inning with the lead? Feels like Bendick was in a lot more trouble than this. However, Harwich continues to extend this rally. Mound visit ends, and Hamilton's ready for the 1-0 pitch. Peltier takes. It's off the corner away. 2-0.
This is what happens when you put the ball in play. Hamilton was cruising through the first 2, just 1 guy reached. Now 1 person reaches. Pitching out of the stretch is a whole lot different.
Bases loaded with 2 outs. A 2-0 count to Peltier. The pitch. Breaking ball, called a strike about belt high, 2-1. All right, now you've seen 1.
Yep.
Ready to hit. Jax is on deck. Peltier coming off a mammoth home run the last time he started a game. 2-1 pitch. Cut on in the air to right field, and it's playable for Jake Souders. He battles the sun and makes the grab to end the inning. A 4-hit 3rd inning, good for 2 Mariner runs. Harwich leaves the bases loaded, but they're back in this game, 3-2. We'll be back for the bottom of the 3rd on the Mariners Radio Network. The Mariners starter Brady Bendick is back out there for the third inning. Harwich plates 2 in the top of the third. They cut the deficit to just 1. 3-2 YD, bottom third. 5, 6, and 7 coming up for the Red Sox. And to start, it'll be the DH Mateo Cerna hitting from the left side. Bendick working from the windup. First pitch coming to Cerna. Fouled away behind home plate. Cerna was hit by a pitch his first time up. And this YD offense has had a lot of traffic on the bases. 4 hits already. They've left a total of 4 runners on base. And they've scored 3 runs in the first 2 innings offensively.
And Dick needs to not dig himself into a hole this inning. It feels like every single inning he's working from behind.
0-1 is a ground ball to second base. Curlin scoops it up, fires to first, and that's a good start. 1 up, 1 down to start the home half of the third.
That's right. Weak contact. Curlin barely had to move.
Be Reed Howard coming up. Howard struck out his first time up. Howard hit a home run in yesterday's ball game. Deep to left field. Right-handed hitter. Transferring from Western Kentucky to UVA. Middle infielder starting at shortstop tonight for YD. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch coming to Howard. Taken for a strike on the inside corner. Good sign for Bendick here. Although it feels like, I've said it, you just said it, every inning. Well, we've only played 2 innings where Bendick has been on the mound.
Yeah.
0-1. Swing and a miss. Starts him off with the change. Now goes curve. It's 0-2 to Howard. And it feels like every inning, like it's some long thing, because they've been grueling. Bendick north of 50 pitches. This will be his 54th, and it's outside. Another breaker. Howard able to lay off. Ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, this game started an hour ago. We're not even through 3 innings yet. A couple long innings for both sides.
2-strike pitch. Nubbed foul, first base side into the Harwich dugout. Count stays at 1-2.
Great start here in this frame for Bendick. Not a whole lot of action over in the Mariner bullpen just yet. Getting to that time of the game, especially with Bendick up to 55 pitches now, where you might start to think about getting someone loose.
1-2. Down and away. 2-2. Bendick had a lot of success to avoid more trouble than just the 1 run in the first inning with his breaking ball. Recorded back-to-back strikeouts to get out of it. We haven't seen much of the fastball at all. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Another breaking ball. Bendick gave Howard 3 in a row, and he could not lay off the ladder. 2 up, 2 down. That's the 4th punch-out of the start for Brady Bendick.
The second time he punched out Howard. And Howard came in their hottest guy. 2 home runs this postseason, 5 RBIs, and he's been shut down by Bendick.
Guys that are soon to graduate from the U.S. Naval Academy have a whole lot more things to worry about than Cape League baseball. And a tough first inning for Bendick. He's going to shake that off. Ball 1 in the Cole Hansen at bat. 2 outs, nobody on. YD up 3-2 in Game 1 of the East Championship Series. 1-0. Up high with the heat. But that's something that will have to straighten out a little bit. Bendick just has not landed his fastball for a strike.
Yeah, because it doesn't have the highest velocity, the command is so crucial.
2-0. Fouled back into the screen, 2-1. Hansen struck out his first time up. The leadoff man reached, or even the first 2 hitters reached in both the first and the second inning for YD. 2 up, 2 down is certainly a relaxing start for the M's defense. Trying to make it 1-2-3. Bendick rocks back, 2-1 pitch, outside, another fastball misses, 3-1.
13 hitters in this YD lineup came to the plate in the first 2 innings.
Crowd continues to pour into Red Wilson Field. 3-1. In the air to center field, a line drive. It brings Kirikoff all the way back to the track, but he caught it about ear high on the back pedal. A 1-2-3 third inning for Brady Bendick. The Mariners are back in this game, plating 2 of their own in the top half. It'll be Milo Hoffman for the middle innings. Harwich down by a run on the Mariners Radio Network.
Back here at Red Wilson Field here in game number 1 of the East Division playoffs here in the Cape Cod Baseball League. It's YD 3 and Harwich 2 after 3 full innings. And we head to the 4th, and a reminder that Eastern Propane and Oil is proud to recognize our hometown heroes throughout the Cape. If you are active duty military, a veteran, police, fire, or EMT personnel, you are eligible for a discount. 7, 8, and 9 in the Harwich lineup. Here's the righty Jaxa. Pitch is popped up high in the air, shallow, behind home plate. Catcher Hansen gives it a look, but it drops in front of him. Right in front of the Whitey dugout, the catcher Hansen had to shade the sun, took off his mask. Could not make a play on the ball, and so it's just a high strike number 1. We've seen that a couple times tonight already, or this afternoon, I should say. Larson over and right for the Mariners. Lost the ball in the sun. Here's the 0-1 to Braden Jaxa. Curveball swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. A nasty breaking ball from Connor Hamilton, the righty, who's on for his 4th inning of work, the starter out of Vanderbilt. Has allowed 4 hits. All of them came in the last inning when the Mariners brought home 2 runs. Long pause from Hamilton, and he fires home. Swing and a miss. Slider outside. Jaxa with a half-winded swing, and there's 1 away.
That wasn't a very competitive at-bat. Hamilton got ahead, stayed ahead, and then put him away.
Second time Jaxa has struck out today. Struck out looking back in the 2nd on a fastball down the middle. And now it's the number 8 hitter in Paul Jones, the lefty. Jones has his red barrel that he touches on home plate with the high red socks in the lefty box. Open stance. Here's the pitch home. Swing and a miss, a fastball, big hack from Jones. He came up empty. 0-1 as the wind picks up here at Red Wilson Field. It's blowing everywhere. American flag out and left is howling. Here's the 0-1. Downstairs with the heat. 1-1 on Jones. Singled back in the 3rd inning. First hit of that inning. It got the party started. 8 hitters came to the plate. Jones's hit was a little blooper down the left field line, barely left the infield. The pitch is a nubber right behind us, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, you got to give him a lot of credit for finding his way on base. It set the table for a huge inning for the Mariners to get back into this game. And when you're struggling the way he is at the plate when it comes to hits, you just got to find a way to get on base. And he executed there. We'll see if that opens up more power that we've seen from Jones throughout the summer.
Here's the 1-2. Jones grounds it hard, left side, through for a base hit. So Paul Jones aboard with his 2nd single of the day, 2 for 2, and the Mariners have a 1-out runner on.
That's how you really make use of a start from Steve Englert. And if the Mariners continue to advance, obviously there will, no matter what, be a game 2 tomorrow of this series. He's battling for playing time in that DH position. We've seen him in left field a few times, but the Mariner outfield has been set in stone now 3 games in the playoffs. So he's really competing with Coates, and a 2 for 2 start is perfect for Jones.
Very unconventional for Jones, like you were talking about. Has a home run, a double. Not too many hits, but he makes the most of them. Today, 2 little singles. Here's the 9-hitter and right-handed Micah Kirikoff. He watches a strike on the outside corner with the fastball. It's 0-1. Kirikoff also singled back in the 3rd. He came around to score. Right now, Jones and Kirikoff a combined 3 for 3. The 0-1. Way outside. Nice block by Hansen. Had to skirt to his right and pound it down with his chest protector, and it's 1-1.
Had a couple of those in this start behind home plate. Mariners one of the best teams in the league at capitalizing on wild pitches.
Jones off of first. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball popped up foul down the right field line. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Kirikoff. 3-2 Yarmouth Dennis over Harwich here in the top of the 4th in game number 1 of the East Division Championship Series. The winner of the series goes to the Cape Cod Championship. Counts 1-2. And here's the offering. Slider chopped on the ground, down the left field line and fair. Jones on his horse around second. He runs into third. The throw from left is not in time. Kirikov up to second base. It's a double for Kirikov. And the Mariners have second and third here with one gone.
2 for 2 from Jones, who's hitting eighth. Now 2 for 2 with a double for Kirikov, hitting last in the Mariner lineup. That is the type of spark that you need if you're going to make a big postseason run. It's got to be 1 through 9. Every guy has got to hit. And what a start to this ball game from both of them. But Kirikov, the first extra base hit of the ball game for the M's, and a chance to take the lead with a single.
Here's the lefty Nico Brini, top of the Mariners lineup, trying to do some damage. Corners of the YD infield are in. Middle is up. Here's Hamilton's pitch. Brini shows bunt. He pulls back on a ball downstairs. 1-0 on Nico. Reached on a bunt single back in the third. Came around to score. Grounded out to second back in the first. That hit back in the third inning. His first in the postseason. Was 0 for 10 before that. And now Cole Hansen out. He's going to talk to his pitcher. Second and third for Harwich after the Jones single and Kirikov double. It's Nico Brini, the leadoff man aboard or at the plate right now for the Mariners. A .222 hitter throughout the regular season, a homer and 5 RBIs. Played with Harwich last summer as well. Played over 30 games with them, back for a second stint. And now Scott Pickler, the Yarmouth Dennis manager, takes his slow trot out, and he's going to call in a new arm. He's looking over down the left field line, and he's going to point the finger. So that's the day for Connor Hamilton, the starter. We'll tell you who the new pitcher is for the Red Sox after this quick break. Second and third for Harwich, 3-2. Yarmouth Dennis with the lead in the top of the fourth. We'll be right back on the Mariners Radio Network. Back here, Red Wilson Field, still in the top of the fourth after Scott Pickler, the YD manager, calls on a new righty, Evan Heckel out of St. John's, who's making just his second appearance this summer with YD. An inning and 2/3 pitched, has not allowed a run, and he has 2 strikeouts, stands at 6'3", 185 pounds, and boy, he is in here in a big moment. Second and third for Harwich. Kirikov on second, Jones at third with 1 away, and it's the top of the Mariners lineup with the lefty Nico Brini. Count's already 1-0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A slider down and inside. It's 1-1 on Breeny.
Talk about getting thrown into the fire. Semifinals of the Cape League playoffs. Middle innings. Harwich striking, trying to score more than 2 unanswered already.
Mariners were down 3 heading into the third. Can take the lead with a hit here. The pitch is a line drive deep to right field. Souter's back. He watches it fly. Nico Breeny, a 3-run shot. The Mariners take a 5-3 lead just like that. Squeaked over the wall in right, and the Mariners offense has come alive.
Breeny hitless until his bunt hit in the 3rd inning of the postseason, but you cannot miss center cut to Nico Breeny. Boy, does he rise to big moments.
Oh, he came in to the 3rd inning without a hit in the postseason. Now he's 2 for his last 2, and another 3-run home run for the Mariners. Pitch to the lefty Larson. There's a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Oh boy, Nico Breeny, 2nd home run in the Mariners uniform this summer. First came against Chatham a couple weeks back. The 0-1. Inside, Larson gets out of the way, and it's 1-1.
You look back to those first 2 innings with Bendick on the mound. He kept Harwich in this game, and it was a boost to leave those runners on, not have the damage be more, and that's why we're in this position now.
The 1-1, Larson cuts and misses at a changeup downstairs.
Whitey was a home run away in the first 2 innings from just completely stabbing Harwich with just a 5-6 run deficit. But Harwich stayed in it, and now they have a 2-run lead.
1-2, bounces in the dirt, 2-2 on Larson. Whitey came into the ballgame with 5 home runs already in the playoffs. They played a 3-game series against Chatham, so 1 more game than the Mariners after the M swept Brewster. Harwich hit just 1 bomb. That one 2nd of the postseason for the M's. The 2-2, thing and a miss. An off-speed outside, and Larson right on through, and there's 2 gone.
Yeah, you want to run Evan Heckel out of the game. Let's get into this YD bullpen a little bit here. He comes in, gives up a 3-run tank shot of a home run to Breeny. You mentioned just his 2nd start of the summer, even appearance of the summer out of the pen. Get this guy out of here. Get them to a new arm. This is a series after all, and taking game 1 is the end goal. Take it right now.
Heckel spins home. Smolinski lines it into center field. Call moves to his left, and he makes the grab on the run to retire the side. Hard hit off Smolinski's bat to right to Phoenix Call, but the Mariners bring home 3 more runs. Nico Breeny with a 3-run shot deep to right field, and the M's now hold a 5-3 lead as we go to the bottom of the 4th right here on the Mariners Radio Network. The Mariners entered the 3rd inning being no hit. And now you blink your eyes, we go to the bottom of the 4th. The M's have 7 combined hits over the last 2 innings and hold a 5-3 lead. It's still the righty starter for Harwich and Brady Bendick, and he deals to 8-9-1 in the Red Sox lineup. And that begins with the lefty Ryder Robinson. Here's the pitch. Chopper foul, first base line. Robinson out in front of a fastball. 0-1. Robinson walked and scored back in the second, his only at-bat to this point. Just like that, 5-3 Harwich. Here's the 0-1. Inside, it skips in front, a backhanded pick by Jaxa, and it's 1-1.
You also blink your eyes. Bendick gave up 4 hits for 3 runs in the first 2 innings. If he can make it out of the 4th inning, it's not so bad after all.
The 1-1 is a ground ball foul down the first base line. Second time that's happened so far this at-bat to Ryder Robinson. 1-2, and because there's 2 strikes, a shift. Mariners third baseman J.P. Peltier goes to the shortstop position. 1-2. Breaking ball hammered out to right center field. Kirikov on the run. See you later. It hits a tree beyond the fence. And Whitey cuts into the Mariner lead. It's now 5-4 in the bottom of the 4th.
This game is a long way from over. And what I mean by that is there's going to be more homers. This ballpark is just a box. And Robinson runs into his 2nd homer of the postseason. YD continues to get huge production, especially in the long ball category after out of the bottom of their lineup.
Pitch is outside to the righty Jake Souders, who already has a double today. That home run over the 360-foot sign over in right center field. Pitch home. A breaking ball line to shortstop. Smolinski plays it on a hop. Backs up, throws to first. It pulls O'Leary off the bag, and the runner Souders is safe. Smolinski had to back up almost on the outfield grass. It would have been a tough throw. He made it, but O'Leary was pulled off the bag. And now a runner is on for the Sox here. Still nobody out.
Should be an error. That's a play that, like you mentioned, Smolinski had an option. He waited for the longer hop, was able to field cleanly, and the throw actually beat Souders there, but it was offline. If you would have gone for the short hop, more of a risky play, but you take away maybe the closer aspect of the play at first base. Smart by O'Leary to leave the bag to catch the baseball. Right as Harwich takes that lead. Here we go again.
Yeah, Jax out talking to Brady Bendick, the pitcher on the mound. After this 4th inning has gotten off to a shaky start for the Mariner right-hander. Home run from Ryder Robinson, his 2nd home run of the postseason, 3rd as a whole with YD this summer. He's played in limited games just 12, hitting .343 as Robinson. He has shown up. And now Souders is over at first base after his single. Now he's 5 for 7 in the playoffs. And that tactic, Jaxa out to the mound. He goes back behind home plate, but now Steve Engler, the Mariners manager, is out of the dugout. He points down the line and calls on a new Harwich arm. So that does it for Brady Bendick, the starter. He's responsible for Souders over at first base. 5-4, Harwich leads it in the bottom of the 4th. We'll step aside right here on the Mariners Radio Network. Still here in the bottom of the fourth. New pitcher on the hill for the Mariners is the righty Christian Rodriguez, 6 foot, 205 pounds. Made 7 appearances so far this season with the Mariners. First of the postseason this is. He brings his glove tight to his belt and fires to tarnish the leadoff man. Pitch. Way outside, and it gets by Jaxa. Souders up to second easily. So the first pitch is a fastball that's yanked way away. And Jaxa, the catcher, tried to backhand it, but came up empty. Now YD with the tying run in scoring position with nobody out.
Control is everything with Rodriguez. He has really good stuff, but his issue so far this summer has just been locating.
14 walks in 8 innings. The count is 1-0. Here's the pitch. Fastball fouled right back to the screen. Just underneath it was Tarnish. He's 1 for 2 already. Singled and scored in the first, grounded out to second back in the second inning. Now 3 for 14 in the playoffs with an RBI. Rests his bat along his right shoulder. Rodriguez pitches. Changeup downstairs. Jackson doesn't know where it is. He stopped it, though. Right between his legs. He picks it up, and Souders stays put at second.
Crowd mic just picked up. Pitching coach Hunter Dilworth give Rodriguez some advice. Don't feel it, let it rip, is what he said.
Trust yourself.
Rodriguez has worked with Dilworth 2 summers now.
The 2-1. Swing and a miss. A changeup low and away. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Tarnish. Nobody out. Souders the runner at second. 5-4 Harwich leads over Yarmouth Dennis. Game number 1 of the East Division Championship Series. Rodriguez wobbles and comes set. Checks on the runner and fires. Fastball in on the hands, fouled off the screen into the Mariner dugout. It's still 2-2.
Yeah, that's where you want it right there. Fastball up and in these right-on-right matchups. That pitch ate up Tarnish. Nice effort to just catch a piece and stay alive on a well-executed fastball from the hard-throwing Rodriguez. But if C-Rod can start landing that, he's going to have a lot of success today.
The 2-2. Way upstairs with the breaking ball. Jaxa has to fully extend out his left arm to bring that down. And the count is 3-2 on Tarnish. You mentioned the hard-throwing Rodriguez. Fastball sits at about 93, 94 miles an hour. Can get up to 96, 97 if he's really feeling it. The payoff pitch. Chopper slowly back to Rodriguez. He gloves, runs the runner back, and throws to first in time. And there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th, and a big one for Rodriguez.
Really good pitch. Tarnish does swing at ball 4 by quite a large margin, but it punches right back to the pitcher Rodriguez. That's high IQ. Rodriguez knows where he's going to go with the baseball. No hesitation, no panic, good footwork, looks the lead runner back to second, and pitches to first. Now, you act like that's some easy play, but even in the big leagues, guys are messing that up on those grounders back to the mound.
Here's the number 2 hitter, Phoenix Call. The pitch. He shows bunt, and he drags it foul down the first base line. 0-1 on Call, the UCLA product. He's shown bunt a few times already this afternoon. Walked in the first, sac fly in the second, and I think that tells the story as to who Phoenix Call is. He's not the biggest frame, but he gets the job done. And he's been here since day number 1 for this Red Sox squad. A utility man. Plays in the infield, playing center field today as well. Here's the 0-1. Fastball popped up behind home plate and out of play, foul. Over the press box and into the parking lot. Carr's got to look out back there.
I parked in the front row, so I'm starting to get a little bit scared.
Yeah, it's definitely in the danger zone. Although it might be so inside that you're near a tree, maybe it deflects it. But
sure.
I don't know. We'll be praying. Here's the 0-2. Runner from second goes. Pitches a line drive to center field. Kirikov camps under. Now drifts back, makes the grab. Fires back into second, but Souders slides in safely. So Souders taking off, trying to go second to third. He had 8 stolen bases in the regular season, but instead a line out that brings the runner on second back to the bag. And now Tommy Gooden, the 2-out hitter.
Yeah, he'll take that. The runner Souders got a huge jump, and If Cole would have just taken the pitch, completely changes the at-bat, but maybe the game. But here you go. You got to get Gooden out for the first time in this ball game. An ideal spot for YD. Rodriguez, is he up for the challenge?
Peltier on the infield grass pitch. Way outside. It's 1-0. Peltier, the Mariner, third baseman. Big shift on the lefty Gooden in the box, but he proved that he could beat that his last time up. Singled in the second to left field. 2 for 2 today. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. A fastball upstairs. Tommy Gooden had sights beyond the wall with that swing. 1-1 on the Vanderbilt first baseman. With his all-gray bat. Slightly open stance. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Out in front of that changeup from Rodriguez. 2 away, counts 1-2. Souders at second. Mariners 5, YD 4 in the bottom of the fourth. The pitch. Way inside, and it gets by Jaxa again to the backstop, and Souders moves on over to third. So another wild pitch from Rodriguez. It's the second time he's yanked a ball inside, and Jaxa really had no shot at hauling that one in.
It's tough because Rodriguez gets ahead of a really good hitter, and you want to spike that breaking ball. You want to bury it for strike 3. But with 2 outs, the 90 feet isn't going to kill you. One good pitch, and the inning.
That's what Rodriguez wants to do. The 2-2. Popped up foul behind home plate. A vicious hack from Gooden. So much so that he has to take a little trot around the box after that one. Gooden had his big leg kick on that swing. He goes to it a whole bunch to generate more power. Had 5 home runs in the regular season with YD this summer. The 2-2 pitch. Upstairs, and the count's full.
This is a big turn in this game. If Rodriguez can get Gooden, he'll be fired up coming off the hill. And obviously, if Gooden comes through with another RBI hit, we're all square in the fourth.
3-2's the count Rodriguez set. He fires home. Outside, ball number 4, a fastball that missed, and it wasn't close. So Gooden aboard for the 3rd time this afternoon. And there's runners on the corners for YD with 2 away in the bottom of the 4th as they trail 5-4.
Not the worst guy to walk in the entire world, but if the M's are going to have success in this series, they have got to get Tommy Gooden out. He can't get on every try. He's 3 for 3 so far when it comes to getting on base with 2 hits and now the walk. And still a tough matchup with Takayuchi.
The righty digs in. Rodriguez peers home and fires. This is outside. 1-0, a changeup. Jaxa tried to frame it back into the zone. Takayuchi 1 for 2 today, strikeout in the first, and he singled in the second. The 1-0 is popped up high in the infield behind home plate, playable for the catcher. Now called off by Peltier, the third baseman, who makes the grab in foul territory. And that does it here in the bottom of the 4th. A big pitch from Christian Rodriguez to induce the high pop-up. But YD brings back one, a solo homer from Ryder Robinson. And it's 5-4 Harwich at the end of 4. We head to the 5th right here on the Mariners Radio Network.
Fifth inning.
Welcome back to Red Hot Red Wilson Fields. As we go to the fifth, it's 5-4 Harwich over YD. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Milo Hoffman. 97 degrees here at the home of the YD Red Sox in game number 1 of the East Division Championship Series. It's 4, 5, and 6 in the Harwich lineup. They face off against Evan Heckel, the righty for YD. He fires. First pitch is a foul by Curlin down the right field line. 0-1 on Cade. He's 0 for 2 this afternoon. A ground out to third back in the first inning, and he lined out sharply to center field. That was back in the third. The 0-1. Slider way outside, and a scoop by Hanson, the catcher. Counts 1-1 on Curland, who's now 2 for 9 this postseason. Here's the 1-1 offering. There's a strike with the fastball in the outside corner. 1-2. Excellent crowd on hand here at Red Wilson Field. Down the left and right field lines. People in the outfield as well beyond the fence. The 1-2. Outside. 2-2.
Mariners are really dialed in right now. Just their takes, their approach to each at-bat. We've seen Harwich get on with 2 outs a couple of different times in these early innings so far tonight. They're ready for the challenge of Game 1.
The 2-2 is a slider that missed outside. Curlin budged at it, but he held back. Almost a full body lunge at that pitch. The bat did not go around, and the count's now full on the leadoff man for Harwich here in the top of the 5th. Heckel set with his red glove at the letters. He kicks back and comes home. Outside, ball 4 to Curlin. And that's an excellent leadoff at bat here for the Mariners to start the 5th.
3 out of the 4 pitches that missed in that at-bat were excellent takes from Curlin. I mean, right there, good pitches, running away from him. Started in the zone and then left on the breaking balls. That's a hitter who's locked in and seeing it immediately out of the hand.
Here's the lefty, Sean O'Leary, against the righty, Heckel, with Curlin on first. Long pause, and the pitch. A fastball that ducks beneath the zone. It's 1-0 on Sean O'Leary. He struck out in the second, walked in the third. That walk was 4 pitches. Twirls his beige bat in the lefty box. Here's the 1-0. O'Leary cuts and misses at a changeup outside. 1-1. That walk-off hit that O'Leary had against Brewster a couple days ago to advance the Mariners to this round was a pitch inside, and he sort of pulled his hands in and belted it down the right field line. That last swing and miss on a pitch way outside. The 1-1 is hammered deep out to left center field. Call on the run at the track. Looks up. See you later. Sean O'Leary with a 2-run jack. Boy, he's come alive in the playoffs. 7-4 Harwich. Top of the 5th.
Oh my, O'Leary. Some guys are just built for the postseason. Oh, and O'Leary is one of them. Now up to 4 runs batted in the playoffs. The M's extend the advantage to 3. He is swinging a scorching hot bat right now. And what a summer of 2026 it has been for a Foxborough Mass kid.
Unbelievable. And he's someone that normally pulls the ball. As I just said with that last hit, the walk-off down the right field line. Pitch to Peltier, the righty, is fouled right back to the screen. And it's 0-1. That out to left center field. And, of course, here at Red Wilson, it's just 370 to the gap.
Still deep.
Still deep, and he squeaked it over the wall into the trees out there. The 0-1 to Peltier is upstairs. Count is 1-1 on JP. Second home run of the game for the Mariners. 3rd of the playoffs.
Up to 8 hits now. Nobody out in the 5th inning.
Mariners are being no hit after 2. The 1-1 is a fastball right down the chute. It's 1-2. Peltier struck out in the second, flew out to right in the third. That was with the bases loaded. Mariners 7, YD 4. Here's the 1-2. Line drive deep into left center field. Call on the run again. Did he get it? See you later again. J.P. Peltier goes back to back. The Mariners have opened up an 8-4 lead here in the top of the fifth. The bats are bopping.
It's awfully quiet in Yarmouth, Dennis. An 8-4 lead. The Mariners double up the Sox. And these bats aren't just hot, Milo. They're cannons right now. The ball is screaming off the bat now these last two games. The second bomb of the playoffs for Peltier. There's still nobody out in the fifth.
3 home runs today for the Mariners. 8-4 Harwich. The pitch to Jaxa is outside, 1-0.
And if we know anything about the highest scoring, most explosive offense in the league in the regular season, Whitey is not out of this game. Still the middle innings. An 8-4 lead is great, but you got to stay focused. You need more and more. There's never enough.
The 1-0 is taken outside with the heat. It's 2-0. The Mariners' offense so far this season has been very up and down. You put up 8 runs one game. Next game, you come back and you score less than 3. Trying to find that consistency here in the playoffs. The 2-0 is a line drive shot foul down the third baseline.
I don't know if we've seen this level of explosion from the M's, though, offensively, even all summer. 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 3 already in the fifth with nobody out. Harwich in this bowl game, after falling behind 3-0 through 2 innings, have scored 8 of the last 9 runs in the contest.
The 2-1 upstairs, and it's 3-1. And along with having the power, they're putting together good at-bats and seeing the ball well and letting those types of pitches like the one Jaxa just saw, and they're leaving them. Close, tight-knit fastballs that barely miss the zone. 3-1. There's a fastball outside. Jaxa took it easily, and he trots on over to first. And the Mariners have a runner on first. Still nobody out. Top of the fifth, 8-4 Harwich.
And here's a guy who's 2 for 2 with a lot of power in his bat. There's action up in the YD bullpen. It's a lefty. Can't get a name for you just yet. Not a great view from where we're stationed down the first base line, but Evan Heckel's got to get out of this game at some point. I think the catcher Hansen's now going to come from behind home plate and try and buy his reliever a few more minutes to warm up.
Hansen out to the mound. We've already seen this once. The Mariners used a pitcher's mound visit as a delaying tactic to get a reliever up and ready out in the bullpen down the left field line. How about a leadoff walk from Kurland, a 2-run shot from Sean O'Leary. J.P. Peltier then follows that up with a solo shot of his own. And then Braden Jaxa just worked a walk. Still nobody out in the top of the fifth. And Scott Pickler, the YD manager of 28 years, takes his slow trot out. The entire infield for YD collapses on the mound. Pickler has still yet to signal. He's looking down that direction. Ball is still in Evan Heckel's glove. Pickler's talking to the entire infield right now. The lefty getting ready out in the YD bullpen down the left field line as we speak.
Joe O'Regan.
And Pickler is going to call on O'Regan as he throws his last pitch and runs on out to the field. So we're going to take a step aside here from Red Wilson Field. Mariners have already put up 3 in the inning, 2 home runs, have an 8-4 lead, and Jaxa is at first base with nobody out. We'll be right back. 8-4 M's on the Mariners Radio Network. Back here, Red Wilson Field still in the top of the fifth as the Mariners have already scored 3 runs in the inning, and YD has yet to record an out. M's have Braden Jacksa over at first after his walk, and the new pitcher for YD is the lefty Joe O'Regan out of Cal State Bakersfield. This summer with YD has pitched just 3 times, 3 1/3, has given up just 1 run. He deals to the lefty Paul Jones, number 8 hitter in the M's lineup. Jones is 2 for 2 already today. Third baseman Takayuchi is on the infield grass. The pitch is high and tight. Jones gets out of the way. The catcher Hansen pump fake to throw back to first, but did not make the throw. 1-0 on Jones. He readjusts his batting gloves. The Mariners have opened up a 4-run lead. Top of the fifth. 8 runs over the last 3 innings. Pitch. Good. Jones lets a breaking ball downstairs. It's 2-0.
It's 8 runs, actually, over the last 6 outs because there's 3 in with nobody out here.
Offensive has come alive. The pitch is a swing and a miss. 2-1. A fastball. Jones came up empty. He signals back towards Kirikov, the on-deck hitter. Maybe the pitch type. 2-1's the count with Jackson first. Here's the pitch. Strike called on the inside corner. Late call from Brendan Murphy, home plate umpire. The count's 2-2. Still nobody gone. Top of the fifth. 8-4. Harwich on top. Here's the offering. Good. Downstairs, a curveball, and Jones with a nice take. Receives some goods from the Harwich dugout. Jones got the start in game number 2 against Brewster. He went 0 for 3. Now 2 for 2 today. What else does he have in store? The pitch. This is outside, and Jones with a bat flip on the walk. And the Mariners have first and second with nobody out in the top of the 5th inning.
This YD bullpen has struggled quite a bit the last 2 weeks, even coming into the postseason. And when you play the only best-of-3 series in the opening round of the playoffs, there's not much left. And I'm not saying that O'Regan's a back-end guy, because you can't have back-end guys in the playoffs. Every guy has to be good. And right now the Mariners have a real chance to blow this game way open.
Here's the righty Kirikov. He shows bunt and fouls it back. And he slaps his barrel after that one. Couldn't get it down. 0-1. Kirikov is the 20th batter for the Mariners to come to the plate. That's since the 3rd inning. Since the start of the 3rd inning, the Mariners have had 20 guys come up and hit. Runners on first and second, nobody gone. The count's 0-1, and here's the pitch. Kirikov bunts again, way upstairs, and the righty pulls back. 1-1.
I'm Kirikov. You're trying to get this ball down the 3rd baseline. The first baseman, Tommy Gooden, is the one crashing for YD. Therefore, Jones can have a huge lead off of first.
The 1-1. Kirikov shows bunt. It gets way past the catcher, but it clipped off of the end of Kirikov's bat, barely. So he didn't pull back enough, and somehow it caught a piece, so a foul ball, and it's 1-2.
I just don't think he should have pulled the bunt back. It was a looping breaking ball that was about letter high. Definitely a pitch that you could get it down on. And when he did, it would have been called a strike regardless, so same result.
There's the 1-2. Pitch. Breaking ball, tap foul behind home plate. Let's go Harwich chance here at YD. A burning hot day at Red Wilson Field, 97 degrees, but the fans have still showed up. Game number 2 is tomorrow at 5:30 over at White House Field. Here's the 1-2. Upstairs. These misses by Joe O'Regan have not been close. A lot of arm side run on the fastball. That one, the catcher Hansen has to get to a full stand to bring it down. Slight wind breeze out to left field. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. A breaking ball that had Kirikov fooled. And a big first out here on the top of the 5th.
Yeah, it's a tough at-bat there because Harwich, you've scored 3 in the inning. You have first, second with nobody out. You just got to get that bunt out. Second and third with 1 out. Now you're really favored to score at least 1 more, and the guy stepping in is coming off a 3-run blast the last time he hit. Not that Brini can't do it himself the way he's going so far.
He's a do-it-all man for the Mariners. Taps his bat on home plate a few times in the lefty box. Left-on-left matchup. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A slider. Kirikov. Brini, that is. Lost balance, it seemed, on that swing. Counts 0-1. Jaxa on second and Jones at first. 8-4 Harwich, top of the 5th. An inside move and a fake throw from O'Regan brings Jaxa back to the second base bag. M's have been doing an excellent job at getting the ball in the air today at Red Wilson Field. It's a tight ballpark. You get in the air, it'll carry. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball high, right on by Brini, and it's 0-2. Brini had a home run his last time up. 3-run shot in the 4th. It gave the Mariners the lead. 2 for 3 tonight for the Mariners leadoff man. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. A slider outside. So back-to-back strikeouts now for Joe O'Regan, and there's 2-way.
O'Regan has definitely turned it up a notch since coming into this game and walking the first hitter he saw, Paul Jones. Strikeout. And it does set up another left-on-left matchup here, favoring the pitcher with Colin Larson. Larson did take a lefty to right center field for that RBI game-tying triple in Game 2 of the Brewster series.
Pitch. Downstairs, and it sprinkles by the catcher Hansen, and both runners move up 90 feet. It trickled into foul territory down the third baseline. So Jones up to second, Jaxa up to third.
Now you just got to loop one into the outfield, punch one the other way, whatever it takes. We're talking about a 10-4 lead if Larson can just find a base hit with 2 outs. And these are the spots in the postseason that you look back on. Up by 4 tonight, you have a little bit more wiggle room, but this game not even halfway through just yet.
O'Regan takes a deep breath on the mound, and he fires home. Way upstairs, and it gets by Hansen over his head. Jaxa steams home, and he scores. That one way over the catcher's head, so much so that even after a leap, he couldn't haul it in, and it screamed back here to the screen. And now it's 9-4 Harwich. 4 runs in the top of the 5th.
We talked about it all summer long whenever we played YD, Milo, and it was Scott Pickler and his ability to go to the bullpen so early. It feels like he senses trouble and just immediately gets his guy out of it. He may have gone too early tonight. The starter, Hamilton, was in control. Sure, he had given up a few hits, but Mariners are hot.
The 2-0 gets by the catcher again. Jones doesn't know. And so Hansen has time to pick it up. Hansen, the catcher, had no idea where the ball was, and Jones was frozen over at third base. Didn't get too far from him, but Hansen just didn't know where the ball was. And this has been a disaster inning for Yarmouth.
Should have scored. That's why you take what's called a secondary leadoff, where if something like that happens, and it's pretty obvious Hansen had no idea where it was.
3-0's the count on Larson. The pitch is high, and it's ball 4. So runners on the corners for the Mariners, top of the 5th, and the MVP of the league in Ty Smolinski is up.
Mariners have been busy on the bases. It's not just the 9 hits the last 3 innings, but 5 walks. They've been on base, it feels like 2 times, maybe 3 times at this rate for every out that they've recorded.
Here's Smolinski, first and third. 9th hitter to come to the plate for the M's this inning. Here's the pitch. Downstairs with the breaking ball. Nice block this time by Hansen. He smothered that one. 9-4 Harwich on top. You get the feeling that if Yarmouth Dennis wants any chance at coming back into this one, You have to limit the damage right here, right now. The best Mariners player is up. 1-0. High and tight, 2-0.
Yeah, O'Regan's not even close right now. Starts way in the dirt, now up high near the head of Smolinski. And at the same time, you have the league MVP, where if you just throw in a meatball fastball, it's going to land down the right field line in someone's backyard.
2-0. There's a breaking ball that barely misses inside. 3-0. Kurland awaits on deck. Kurland is 0 for 2 today with a walk. 3-0 pitch. Way upstairs. Was not close. So a walk to Smolinski, and the Mariners have that through. I guess you could say the Mariners have that around now. Now that Kate Kurland's coming up. He started off this inning with a walk. Seems like ages ago. The bases are loaded for Harwich. And Scott Pickler is out of the dugout. And it looks like he's going to make his second pitching change of the inning. Caden Roach is the reliever in the bullpen. Still no sign from Pickler. He looks on over, and he makes the point. 2 pitching changes in the inning for YD. And Harwich has the bases loaded. They hold a 9-4 lead here in the top of the 5th. We'll step aside. You're listening to the Mariners on the Mariners Radio Network. Back here, Red Wilson Field, and yes, we are still in the top of the 5th. 4 runs have already come home for Harwich, and a new pitcher on the hill for YD, Caden Roach out of North Greenville. He's pitched 3 times this summer, 6 innings for YD, 5 earned runs. And now the bases are loaded for Cade Kurland, and the M's are trying to tack on some more. Kurland started off this inning with a walk. Jones at third, Larson at second, Smolinski at first. Roach comes set, he peers home, and pitches. There's a breaking ball strike at the knees, 0-1. YD got off to a 3-0 start in this ball game after 2 innings. Ever since, the M's tacked on 2 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, 4 in the 5th, and they're still threatening. The 0-1. Fastball chopped on the ground, up the middle, backhanded by Robinson, throws to first in time. The second baseman cut in front of the bag and made a nifty play. But the Mariners bring home 4 runs. That's right, 4 runs for Harwich. They now hold a 9-4 lead after the top of the 5th. Christian Rodriguez taking the hill for the bottom of the 5th, and we'll step aside right here on the Mariners Radio Network. 2 runs in the third, 3 runs in the fourth, 4 runs in the fifth. That's the Mariners' offense over the last 3 innings, and now Harwich holds a 9-4 lead as we head to the bottom of the fifth. It's still the righty Christian Rodriguez on the hill for Harwich, and he deals to 5, 6, and 7 in the YD lineup. That begins with the left-handed hitting Mateo Cerna pitch. Fastball outside, 1-0. Offense has come alive for Harwich. 3 home runs. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. A fastball outside. And Cerna gave it a look, hacked, and came up empty. 1-1.
Just got to eat up innings now if you're Rodriguez and Harwich. A lot of strikes, no free passes. Make YD hit their way back into this ball game.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss. A changeup, and it's 1-2.
Good looking change from Rodriguez. He can locate that first pitch fastball and get ahead. It just opens up so much more. It's hard to say throw the changeup for a strike, throw the curveball for a strike, because a lot of those pitches are supposed to land in the dirt after starting at the bottom of the zone.
1-2. This is outside. A lot closer this time, though, in this inning. Christian Rodriguez looks a whole lot more composed. If he can get it going, this Mariners team is so much more dangerous. Cape League reliever of the year last season. 2-2. Swing and a miss. A changeup downstairs. Down goes Cerna, and there's 1 away.
Rodriguez looking good through an inning and his third now out of the bullpen.
Now the righty Reed Howard is up. He has a pair of strikeouts today. This YD team unleashed 8 runs yesterday against Chatham in their winner-go-home Game 3. Pitch is downstairs, 1-0. It was a very up-and-down series offensively. They scored 5 in game number 1. In game number 2, scored just 1, but it was a 1-0 win over Chatham over at Veterans Field. Just got the job done. Here's the 1-0. Fastball called to strike on the upper half, 1-1. And then, like I said, in game number 3, 8 runs. They were hitting the ball out of the park. Today, it looked like the offense is going to pick up where it left off. 4 runs through 4 innings. Pitch is outside, 2-1, and it has. 4 runs is pretty good, but Harwich has now just outdueled them in this shootout.
And their pitching has been the biggest question coming into this playoff run. And like you mentioned, they found so many different, unique ways to win games, which still makes them scary tonight.
2-1. Spiked in the dirt. A fastball blocked by Jacksa. 3-1.
You win a 1-0 game at Chatham to stay alive in the playoffs. That's whatever it takes right there.
Scott Pickler said that was one of the best games he's ever managed. No errors from both teams. It was clean all around. 3-1. Fastball that clips the outside corner for a strike, and it's 3-2. Scared of that bug right there?
It's pretty big.
It's a green bug in front of us. It is pretty big. You got to handle that. I'm not dealing with that right now. 3-2. Strike 3 called. An off speed on the outside corner. Back-to-back Ks for Christian Rodriguez, and there's 2 away.
You love having a guy like C-Rod in your bullpen this time of year because the Mariners haven't really used him in a high-leverage spot. He struggled with his command as of late, but his upside and his ceiling, we saw it the entirety of the summer of 2025, the reliever of the year out here in Cape Cod, a pitcher that was recruited by the University of Florida and pitched well there.
He pitches high to the righty Cole Hansen.
And the Mariners just have him, let's throw him out there up by 5 to go eat up a couple innings. Rodriguez is so dominant just when he's throwing strikes. And it might sound easy, but he throws the ball so hard in a lot of different pitches that it can be on and off.
The 1-0. Fastball clips the inside corner for a strike. It's now 1-1 on Hansen. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout in the first, and lined out to center in the third. Now 0 for 4 this postseason. The 1-1. Fastball misses outside. It's 2-1. Hanson started that game. Game number 2 against Chatham, where YD won 1-0. Mateo Cerna, their normal catcher, got the day off. Today, Cerna is DHing. Probably expect him to catch tomorrow. The 2-1. Upstairs, and Hanson ducks out of the way. He knows something or two about fastballs that are high. That last inning, there were a couple pitches from Joe O'Regan and Roach, Caden Roach, the YD reliever, were way upstairs. Hanson had to bring him down. 3-1. Fastball chopped on the ground to third. Pelletier gloves at the ankles, throws across in time, and that does it here in the bottom of the 5th. 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts for Christian Rodriguez, and at the end of 5, it's 9-4 Harwich on the Mariners Radio Network.
Try it, then buy it. Rent a new cat for up to 90 days. Then apply 100% of the rental cost to the purchase and save. The Milton Cat Rent to Purchase offer. Try it, then buy it. Go to miltoncat.com/RPO.
Reader's Hardwood Supply is a candy store for wood, whether you're a professional or an amateur. Reader's Hardwood Supply carries over 70 species of both domestic and imported lumber from around the world, displayed in over 300 self-serve bins for your selection. So for your next project, make it your masterpiece with stock from Reader's Hardwood Supply. The woods of the world are here at Reader's Hardwood Supply.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
Back here at Red Wilson Field as we go to the top of the 6th. 9-4 Harwich on top of YD. A reminder that Netting Pro Stadionic is the official netting and facility solutions partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. When it comes to netting and building iconic sports facilities, it's Netting Pro Stadionic, making sports facilities iconic. Mariners coming to bat once again after they bat through in the last 5th inning. Sean O'Leary, J.P. Pelletier, and Braden Jacksa, 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup. Still Caden Roach, the righty on the hill for YD. He pitches home. A breaking ball runs away, and it's 1-0. O'Leary with a 2-run shot his last time up in the 5th to left center field. One-0. Swing and a miss. He foul tipped it into Hanson's glove. 1-1.
O'Leary and the guy on deck, Pelletier, are in a battle right now. Pelletier 5 postseason runs batted in. O'Leary has 4 of them now after his 2-run shot. They've been the best 2 Mariners.
1-1. Outside. 2-1 on Shano.
Puts into perspective, you look back to day 1 of the summer. Julio Solier, the behind-the-back flip to Smolinski, the Defensive Player of the Year on opening day here at Red Wilson Field. The fact that these 2 guys, and O'Leary and Pelletier, who played in opening day.
2-1 is in on the hands, popped up to center. Call is there. He drifts under, and he makes the one-handed grab.
If you would have told me that these 2 are A, still on Cape Cod, and B, performing to the way that they have, I would have said that's just not really the way this league works. There's so much turnover. They can go produce. They can make the all-star team like Pelletier did, who steps in now. And it really shows you how strong of a manager Steve Englert is to keep these guys here, but also the dedication. They've put in the work, and they care. They want to win.
Pitch to Pelletier, a big hack and a miss. It's 0-1. And yeah, I mean, talking to JP Peltier after the Brewster win the other day, or the Mariners win over Brewster, he said this team is that much better because everyone has been around each other for so long, over 2 months. The 0-1 is high and wide.
Peltier is currently in his 38th start of the summer. This is game 43.
Roach comes set. The 1-1. Fastball swing and a miss. It's 1-2. All the way back on opening day, Sean O'Leary hit cleanup and played third base. He was 1 for 5. Peltier was 1 for 3. He DH'd and hit 7. Now flash forward all the way here to game number 1 in the playoffs of the East Championship. Peltier sees strike 3 called on the outside corner. A fastball, he's rung up, and there's 2 away. So now Braden Jacksa, the righty's up. Jacksa walked his last time up. Before that, 2 strikeouts. Roach set. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball hammered out to deep left field. No doubt about it. Into the trees beyond the scoreboard. Braden Jackson with his first homer in a Mariner uniform. And it's 10-4 Harwich in the 6th.
We knew the 6'6" catcher had a lot of pop, but we hadn't seen it just yet. And Milo, I've thought about what a Jacksa blast would look like. That one blew me away. The crack of the bat was deafening.
Oh my goodness. We have been waiting on that. 6'6" Oregon kid who just belted one out to left field. That ball's still traveling.
10 runs on 10 hits. That's the 4th home run.
Pitch to Jones outside. A party for Harwich at Red Wilson. Before that Jacksa at bat, Englert said, let's get the inning to Paul Jones. Well, Jacksa did that. Pitch to Jones is fouled. Behind home plate, 1-1.
There's a couple different ways to do that.
There is. You can walk, you can get hit by a pitch, it's single. You know what? I'm going to hit one over the scoreboard out and left.
Some guy was in his reclining chair out there, like a beach chair, tried to catch it over his head and actually fell back onto his back.
1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
I mean, it's quiet here. We were here yesterday. There are a lot of people down each sideline. You can't see them because there's not too much bleacher seating, but everyone sets up their own chair or blanket and whatnot. And whether it's the headphones we have on, still sitting outside in the environment, it's close to silent pitch by pitch.
The 1-2. Jones rips it to left field, a base hit. Paul Jones aboard. The Mariners won't stop hitting here in game 1.
How about Jones? Maybe a questionable start pregame. You play Jones with 4 hits and 35 at-bats all summer coming into this start. You sit Quentin Coates, an all-star, a .270 hitter. Jones has been on base all 4 times he's been up. 3 singles, 2 the other way, 1 to right, and a walk. That's unbelievable. He's doubled his hit total.
Unbelievable. Pitch. It's a strike. Which one of us can say the word unbelievable more times tonight? I think we're both up there.
Still a long way to go, though, and it does go to show you that when coaches or managers, players say hitting is contagious, it has been tonight.
0-1. Slider outside, blocked by Hansen. 1-1. 10-4 Harwich. Mariners have now scored in 4 straight innings. 2 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th, 4 in the 5th, and 1 here in the 6th after the Jacksa moonshot to left. 1-1. Outside. 2-1. How about Jones and Kirchhoff? 7 at-bats now between the two. they've reached in 6 of them. Two one. Karakov pops it up out of play. 2-2. That jacks a homer 405 feet, 99 miles an hour off the bat. No doubter. Whew.
That was a big league home run.
That's up there with longest home runs for the Mariners this season. I think it might take the cake. 2-2. Runner goes outside. Throw to second. Not in time. Jones swipes a bag, and the Mariners now have a runner in scoring position, trying to pile on some more runs.
Harwich is just playing with this edge right now, and I think that you start speculating what that edge could come from. I would say maybe the 3 seed, maybe not respected. A lot of people wanted to play Harwich in the playoffs the way that the Mariners closed out the regular season, but you could feel it in that Brewster series. You could feel it in batting practice today. They have their own flair now into the playoffs.
Pitch. Karakov swings and misses at a breaking ball away. So the Mariners strand Jones over at second, but they bring home another. Braden Jacksa, a 405-foot moonshot to deep left, and now it's 10-4 Harwich. You're listening right here on the Mariners Radio Network.
If you're a Massachusetts resident and don't have a bachelor's, you could be attending 4Cs for free, all while preparing for careers that actually move you forward. Aviation maintenance, nursing, dental, funeral service, we've got it all. capecod.edu/free.
Heading to Nantucket this summer? Skip the traffic and take to the skies with Cape Air. With convenient flights from Norwood to Nantucket, you can start your vacation sooner without the hassle of traffic. That way you spend more time relaxing and less time getting there. Experience the Cape Air difference and book your next flight today at capeair.com. Let Cape Air be your wings in the Northeast.
Back here, Red Wilson Field, as we go to the bottom of inning number 6, and it's 10-4 Harwich over YD in game number 1 of the East Division Championship Series. So glad you're joining us on this Friday evening. Rodriguez, still the righty on the mound for Harwich. He fires home. Upstairs to the lefty Ryder Robinson, 1-0. Rodriguez kicks back and comes home. Fastball outside. It's 2-0.
6-run lead. You never want to start counting innings or what can happen, just trying to protect the lead. 'Cause big league teams, they don't hold on. They just beat you through 9 innings. You're at the point now when you can start being strategical.
2-0 misses outside from Rodriguez, so 3 straight. Fastball misses, and it's 3-0.
As in the strategy used by Steve Englert in the Mariner dugout of what arms will come next, what arms he will save.
3-0. Misses upstairs, not close. So 4 out of the zone to Ryder Robinson, and the leadoff man for YD is aboard. Last inning for Rodriguez, he worked a real smooth 1-2-3 frame. Want to make sure to continue to command the zone. Now the righty Jake Souders is up.
I think that if Rodriguez can stay the way he's been through 2 scoreless innings, he could go maybe 3 or 4 innings in this game because he's so fresh.
He fires outside. 1-0, so now 5 straight out of the zone here in this inning. It makes you think that if he goes multiple, and he's already gone multiple innings today, not going to be available tomorrow. Obviously, if YD or whoever wins this game loses tomorrow, there will be a game 3. You have to play into that as well. 1-0. Fastball called to strike on the inside corner. 1-1.
Well, game 2s are always interesting because if you lose game 1, you throw the kitchen sink at them in game 2 because it's an elimination game. But if you win game 1, Harwich is doing the same thing. They're the underdog. They're at home. Let's win this series right now.
1-1. Check back. Not in time. It's interesting because against Brewster in game number 1, despite being down 4-0 in a pitcher's duel, they went to their main pitchers out of the bullpen.
All of them.
Came back to haunt them. 1-1. Inside, and it's 2-1. They went to Zach Kamatz, the Whitecaps did, and he was their reliever of the year. Pitched in that game number 1 Harwich win. And so you wasted him in that one. Wasn't available for game number 2. Mariners ended up winning. 2-1. This is downstairs? I'm not too sure because it looked like it probably was right down the middle. 3-1 though. Christian Rodriguez, not too sure where that one missed.
W. Christian!
A little downstairs. 3-1. Fastball down the middle. 3-2.
Brennan Murphy's got a little attitude behind home plate. Mariners laid into him after that breaking pitch missed somewhere. When he calls a strike and he looks down the first base line to do the signal, he stares into the Mariner dugout for a few extra seconds.
Payoff pitch. Chopper high. Third base side, Peltier fields. Underhand toss to second 1. Curlin doesn't throw. They get the out at second. So Souders is safe at first.
Number 17, Jace
It's a pretty long throw to underhand.
Yeah.
Peltier made the play in just enough time, but at the same time, it might be too short of a throw to launch at him overhand.
It's an interesting situation. Peltier, all of his momentum was going towards the bag. He didn't want to blow his second baseman away with a crazy throw. Leadoff man Tarnish is up. Pitch. Inside. Almost hit him. Righty in the box moves away, and it's 1-0.
Let's go.
Tarnish singled in the first, and then a couple of ground outs. One in the second, and one in the fourth. 10-4, Harwich leads it. Here in the bottom of the 6th. 1-0. Fastball outside, 2-0. Rodriguez still laboring just a bit. Doesn't seem like he's in his quote-unquote flow state just yet, where everything he throws, he knows exactly where it's going. Souders at first. 2-0. Outside, Jackson couldn't squeeze it. 3-0 now on Tarnish with Phoenix call in the heart of the YD lineup looming.
Just gotta throw strikes. Take a lot of hits to get back in this game for YD. It's fairly straightforward.
3-0. Outside, ball 4. A fastball that Rodriguez just yanked on the hill. And so now it's first and second for YD. 6-run Harwich lead, but now Call is hitting. Tommy Gooden, their most dangerous guy, is on deck. And Hunter Dilworth is out on the mound talking to C-Rod, Mariner's pitching coach.
These have been the spots that I know it's a small sample, just the 2-game sweep over Brewster, where the Mariners have turned 2 quite a few times in the postseason. In the 2 games ending against Brewster, Harwich turned a total of 4 double plays. And both of those games were extremely low scoring going into the middle innings. Tonight is a completely new style of a game, and the Mariners have been up for the challenge.
Now visits done by Hunter Dilworth, just trying to calm his pitcher down. M's trying to work out of this jam here. First and second for YD. It's Souders on second and Tarnish at first. Souders has been aboard every time he's been up today, 3 times, and every time he's reached at least second. Pitch. Upstairs to the righty call, and it's 1-0. Last thing you want to do is pitch around call right now with the dangerous Tommy Gooden on deck. 10-4 Harwich leads, bottom 6, 1 away. Here's the pitch. Fastball right down the middle, and it's 1-1.
There you go. Rodriguez is a roller coaster out there, but he's fun to watch, and more times than not, he does end up shutting the door.
Can he do that here? Here's the 1-1 offering. Inside with a breaking ball. So it's 2-1 now on call. He walked in the first, sac fly in the second, and lined out sharply to center in the fourth. Good at bat every single time he's been up so far this evening. The 2-1 is popped up, foul down the right field line and out of play. 2-2, and a big strike for Christian Rodriguez. A big hole in the right side of the infield for Phoenix Call, the righty. Cade Curlin, the Mariners' second baseman, is playing almost directly behind Souders over at second base. The 2-2. Outside, and the count is full.
Big pitch coming.
Wind blowing out to left field here at Red Wilson. Runner on first, runner on second for YD, 1 away. Rodriguez peels his glove to his belt. The payoff pitch. Chopper foul, third base side. Phoenix Call is going to be tough to double up. He is lightning fast. But a ground ball, at least get one out, would do the job. Obviously a strikeout. Any type of out. Rodriguez peers in, and he gets the sign. Comes set, checks on the runner at second, and fires home. Swing and a miss! Change up low, and Call right on top of it. 2 away.
The Rodriguez experience. A lot of pitches, a few might miss, but he can strike you out with the best of them. And this is a middle innings battle that the Mariners have not won in 3 different tries tonight. Tommy Gooden via Mariner arm.
Gooden singled in the first, singled in the second, walked in the fourth. Has 3 home runs against Harwich this summer, all of them at White House Field. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He had sights on number 4 after that hack. 0-1. If he does hit his 4th home run against Harwich right now, this would all of a sudden be a big-time ball game. Pitch is popped up, foul down the left field line, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Runners on first and second for YD in the bottom of the 6th. Harwich holds a 10-4 lead. Rodriguez dangles out his right arm, holds the ball, peels it into his glove, and fires. Outside. 1-2 with the fastball.
Gooden has 1 of his 2 hits in this ball game. The biggest one, the RBI hit back in the first, came with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. You can't take him lightly just because you're ahead. Every pitch has got to be A+.
1-2. Popped up foul behind home plate, out of play. Still 1-2 on Gooden. Takes a long look into the crowd, walks around, holds the bat with just his one arm, his left arm. Taps his bat a few times and gets set. Rodriguez steps foot on the rubber. Souders on second base. Tarnish at first. 2 gone. 1-2, here it is. Downstairs, and Gooden took it all the way. He squatted with that pitch.
These little things that make certain hitters just elite compared to everyone else. A good fastball, the 1-2 pitch. Gooden fouls it away. Rodriguez responds with a breaking ball, an even better take.
Counts 2-2. Here's the offering. Swing and a miss! Rodriguez pumps his chest. And YD strands first and second here in the bottom of the 6th. First time the M's have retired Tommy Gooden all evening long. Harwich 10, YD 4. We go to the 7th on the Mariners Radio Network.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Life can be full of surprises, but Eastern Propane and Oil is always just a call away. With a local team member available 24/7, we're always ready to support you when you need it. With an Eastern Propane and Oil technician on the way, your family's comfort is our priority. Our local team, over 500 strong, ensures your home is comfortable and warm. Eastern Propane and Oil, a local team with 24/7 service and delivery, ensuring comfort when you need it most.
We go top 7 here at Red Wilson Field, and the Mariners hold a 10-4 lead over Yarmouth Dennis. Alongside Luke Brenneman, I'm Milo Hoffman. Nico Brini in the top of the Mariners lineup is up. Brini, Larson, and Smolinski. Still Caden Roach on the hill, the righty for YD. He fires home. Breaking ball strike at the knees. 0-1. No lights here at Red Wilson Field. Time is 6:40.
It's not much here.
At all?
At all.
0-1. Fastball called the strike on the inside corner. It's 0-2.
And that's what makes it one of my favorite ballparks, really. No sponsors in the outfield. Not a big ballpark. Just the simple scoreboard down the left field line.
0-2. Way upstairs. A lot of fans have also departed here, Red Wilson Field. Obviously, Sox down by 6.
I thought we were in a little bit of danger before the game started.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, I'm serious.
You really did.
This was like the Red Sox versus the Yankees, and we were the Yankees coming in here.
1-2. Outside. 2-2. Brini signaled the changeup after that pitch. He's signaling back to every single on-deck hitter after each pitch comes through. 2-2. Outside. 3-2. It is an interesting situation to bring up. This game is now in the 7th. No lights. If it gets too dark, what happens after? Payoff pitch. Fastball popped high in the air. Right side, shallow right field. The second baseman, Robinson, is back, and he makes the play. Out number 1.
Yeah, that is a good point. And last year, in this same exact series, the East Division Championship, Harwich was down 1-0. They came here for Game 2. The game had to be resumed in the 9th inning the following morning. Harwich won that game in a 10-inning game and then hosted Game 3 that night.
Definitely a situation to monitor. Here's the lefty Larson. He swings and misses. 0-1.
All the, can't even say nuances, maybe just the uncertainties of the Cape League. Certain places have lights, some don't.
It's the beauty. 0-1. Upstairs.
No, you maybe do bring in the argument, why not just start the day games at 3 o'clock or 2:30 so that you don't have to flirt with sunlight in a 10-4 game that's now in the 7th inning.
Here's the pitch. Larson cuts and misses, and it's 1-2. Right now it says the sun is scheduled to set at about 7:51.
That's plenty of time.
So just over an hour.
You would hope.
Got to play 3 innings. The Mariners hold a 10-4 lead. Top of the 7th. 1 away. Pitch. Upstairs. 2-2.
But in the regular season, when games can be called after, what is it, just 5 innings?
Yep.
The teams with no lights use it to their advantage.
True.
And they do pitching changes and mound visits to make it go dark.
Larson hammers it deep out to right center field. You can kiss it goodbye. Colin Larson with a moonshot. 11-4 Harwich.
If Jaxa's went 400 feet, that one may have just gone deeper. Larson takes that rip down onto the ball, and it goes way up in the air with the spin on it. That ball landed in someone's backyard, and there are kids running hundreds of feet past the fence trying to find that ball right now.
Well, the Mariners are all out of the dugout. It's all Harwich. Here's Smolinski, the MVP. He grounds it sharply to first. Gooden is there. Gloves and takes it to the bag himself. 2-away. 425 feet for Colin Larson.
That is an outfielder who the main traits originally about him would be defense and speed. And he just has that kind of pop in his back pocket. That's his 4th homer of the summer.
Here's Kurland. Downstairs.
It's a route.
That ball is still traveling. Yeah, it's a route. The Mariners have scored in 5 straight innings. What-oh. He's tapped foul behind home plate. Now, I guess the way you can avoid the sun thing is with the mercy rule.
Well, that's eliminated in the playoffs,
Right.
too. But yes, I mean, in a regular game, I think that's a conversation that some people need to have. Is where is the fairness of having a home stadium where you do provide lights and can play at any time?
1-1. Kurland hammers it deep to right center field. Did he get it? Yes, he did. Cade Kurland goes yard. It's a Mariner party at Red Wilson Field. 12-4.
That's the 6th home run for the Mariners tonight. 6 of their 13 hits have gone over the fence for a home run. They have not played a full, complete 7 innings of offense tonight. 6 home runs in 6 2/3 offensively. This is unbelievable.
Sean O'Leary is up. Yeah, he's already hit one today. Pitch. High and wide.
So Brini, who hits first, has a bomb. Larson, who hits second, has a bomb. Smolinski does not. Kurland, who hits fourth, has a bomb. O'Leary, fifth, has a bomb. Peltier, sixth, has a bomb. Jaxa, seventh, has a bomb. 6 of the first 7 for Harwich have hit a home run.
O'Leary takes a strike at the knees.
And the bottom 2 who haven't that we didn't mention, Jones and Kirikoff, well, ho-hum. They're just 5 for 7 at the plate offensively and have scored a combined 3 runs.
Pitch. Downstairs.
Not every game's going to be like this, but you start looking at this scoreboard, seeing the way the Mariners took care of Brewster, and you start game 1 on the road like this, there's a real possibility that Harwich...
The 1-1 misses downstairs.
Could be, I would hate to say a favorite, the way they're going now, definitely going to be favored in this series if they can hold on tonight.
Whitey came back after going down 1-0 in their last series. 2-1. His popped up foul behind home plate. So they know what it takes to come back after going down a game.
So add another one to the home.
Tomorrow night is set up to be a battle. Pickler v. Engler elimination game. Got to take care of these final 3 innings tonight for Harwich.
Payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. So O'Leary is rung up, but the Mariners bring home 2 more runs, 2 more solo shots, and they've now gone deep 6 times today. 12 for Harwich as we go to the bottom of the 7th, and we'll be right back on the Mariners Radio Network. Back here, Red Wilson Field, 2,300 feet. That's the combined distance of the Mariners' 6 home runs tonight. 6 home runs, 2,300 feet. And the Mariners hold a 12-4 lead. Bottom 7, Rivers Curland is on the hill for Harwich, making his first postseason appearance. He spins home. Pitch is taken for a strike. Kevin Takayuchi, 0-1. 12-4. Pitch is a line drive deep to left field, but Brini is there and he makes the grab. 1 away.
The Mariners' distance of those, what did you say, 2,300?
Yeah.
Feet in home run distance hit. It's almost 8 full football fields.
Wow.
If you had 8 full football fields of property on Cape Cod, well, you'd be pretty rich.
Pitch is a strike, 0-1. Yeah, that's for sure. Mariners are rich in runs tonight.
And if your house has a backyard that neighbors the outfield of Red Wilson Field, you have a lot of free baseballs.
It's true. 0-1. Way upstairs. Yeah, those houses out there, I mean,
would you want one of those?
it's cool. You know, there's a certain vibe
Walk
to
into
it.
the game.
Now, you know, luckily all these games happen early. 1-1. Outside, 2-1. But if you're someone who's not a fan of PA announcing, maybe trying to get a late afternoon nap, might be tough. But I think being close to the field is awesome. 2-1. Inside, 3-1. 12 for Mariners. Bottom 7. Game number 1. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. It's 3-2. Mateo Cerna started taking off his knee pads there.
Mariners chirping him from the dugout. Doesn't want to hit.
3-2. Downstairs. This one not close. So it's a 1-out walk. So you had Brady Bendick start today for Harwich. 3 innings, gave up 4 runs, 4 strikeouts. Christian Rodriguez went 3 innings, no runs, 4 strikeouts. Now Rivers Curland is trying to do his part. Wonder how long he'll go, but Harwich probably trying to save some arms here. As this is a series, of course, just game number 1.
Colin Guerra, the pinch hitter for YD.
Guerra pinch hits for Reed Howard.
Howard 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. That's a guy who came into this series 3 for 8, 2 homers, 5 runs batted in, 2 walks. It's a good job to neutralize a bat on fire.
Pitch inside to Guerra.
Start looking at that clock a little bit more. This game's got to get a move on if they're going to finish 9.
Again, sunset at about 7:40. The 1-0. Here's a strike. 1-1. So game 2's tomorrow, White House Field, 5:30 first pitch. Here's the offering. Hard hit up the middle, caught by Curlin, and he's going to double him off. He caught it on a fly. Cerna was off the bag, and Curlin spun around and threw over to first. How about a 1-3 DP? We head to the 8th, 12-4 Harwich on the Mariners Radio Network.
Both Harwich's star and YD's star had been quiet in the playoffs. For more on Tommy Gooden and Ty Smolinski, we send it down to Lily Reisenweber.
Thanks, Luke. Yeah, Ty Smolinski entered the postseason 0-8, and Tommy entered the postseason 1-12. But they both have turned it around in today's game. Ty is 1 for 2 with 2 walks and an RBI. Tommy is 2 for 3 with an RBI and 1 walk. But other Mariners have come into the postseason hot. Sean O'Leary and JP for the M's have been super promising, not only in previous games, but obviously today they both have home runs.
JP Peltier steps in now to start the Mariner 8th inning. First pitch is a fastball called a strike. Lily hit the nail on the head. The Stars came in quiet. Stars have made some noise tonight, but everybody for the Harwich Mariners has been dominant offensively. 12 runs. The 0-1 skips in the dirt, evens the count on Peltier. It's a 12-4 Harwich lead, top of the 8th inning. And the Ball Kids battle for a ball that was middle, but YD wins the battle. Ball Kid for Harwich sprints back with a smile on his face, knowing he's got an 8-run lead in the actual game. 1-1, a check swing. Appeal down to first, and Robert McHugh says that Peltier went around, a ball and 2 strikes. Peltier's 1 for 3, had a solo home run in the 5th inning. His second homer in the last 2 starts for the Mariners. Turned up the power now in the postseason. 2-strike pitch. Peltier checked his swing. He stayed off of that high fastball. Counts even at 2-2. This is the best the Mariners offense has looked all summer. They have 6 home runs as a team. This is unbelievable. 2-2 pitch. Popped up in the infield. Shortstop Ryder Robinson drifts back. He's called off by Colin Guerra, who makes the grab at second. Guerra came in as a pinch hitter back in the bottom of the 7th. He's now playing second. The starting second baseman, Ryder Robinson, bumps over to shortstop, and the starting shortstop, Reed Howard, is out of the game. Peltier pops out as the first out of the 8th. Braden Jacksa digs in. Jacksa hit his first home run of his Cape League summer last time up. Now he stares at a first pitch fastball for strike 1. Peyton Robideau is into the game for this 8th inning for the Red Sox. Get this, Robideau is the 5th armed used tonight by the Red Sox. 0-1, outside, ball and a strike. Connor Hamilton started, went 3 1/3 of 6, hit 4-run baseball, struck out 4. Maybe a little early pull on him because Evan Heckel came in, went 2/3 of an inning, gave up 3 home runs, good for 4 earned runs. 1-1. Outside again, Jacksa ahead. Joe O'Regan came in, walked the bases loaded in just 2/3 of an inning, but got out scoreless. And Caden Roach went for 2 1/3 before now on to Robideau. Robideau out of Washington. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Curveball had Jacksa reaching in the dirt. Counts even. Jacksa 1 for 3, struck out his first 2 times up, but bounced back. A walk in the 5th, and then the solo home run back in the 6th. 1 out, nobody on. Harwich up 12-4 in the 8th. The 2-2, that's down low. The count goes full. Milo, something I've noticed tonight, yeah, the home runs, yeah, the 13 hits, but longer at-bats. It feels like every guy's been in a full count.
Every at-bat has been competitive from the Mariners. That's right, and that's led to the home runs.
Here comes the payoff. Hit on the ground to third, but it actually hit off of Jacksa's leg first, so that's a foul ball. This could be the last game of the summer at Red Wilson Field, and one of the atmospheres here and home crowds that's most into their local team could be saying goodbye. Mariners can hold on here and then take game 2 at home. 3-2 hit high in the air, deep to left field. Jace Tharnish to the wall, and he caught it on the warning track. Jacksa, a towering shot, but he just was a little bit underneath it for a fly out to left field.
Yep, just missed that one. Barely.
2 quick outs in the Mariner 8th, and it'll bring up Paul Jones, the DH. Jones has come up to hit now 4 times tonight. He has 3 singles and a walk. That is quite the turnaround in just his second start of the postseason. He was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts his first start. Right on left matchup. Robideau fires in the first pitch, buries it in the dirt for ball 1. Jones came in after ending the regular season 4 for 31 at the plate. Well, an 0 for 4 effort in the playoffs, 4 for 35. He's hit 3 hits and 3 recorded at-bats tonight. That's helping a lot, the batting average. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Jones took a big rip at a breaking ball about shin high. Couldn't pull the ball in the right field. 1-1. 1-1. Ground ball to the third baseman charging in Takeuchi. He fires the throw in. A 1-2-3 8th inning for Peyton Robideau and the Red Sox. But the Mariners lead 12-4. We'll be back for the home half of the 8th on the Mariners Radio Network. Bottom of the 8th inning here at Red Wilson Field. Harwich 12, Yarmouth Dennis just 4 in Game 1 of the East Division Championship Series. Start of the 8th, let's take a look at scores across the Cape, presented by the Massachusetts Office of Travel and Tourism. Well, there's only one other game going on, and it's Bourne against Hyannis. Bourne with an 8-1 lead in the West Division Championship Series. That game's just in the bottom of the 3rd. Bourne scored 1 in the 1st, 5 in the 2nd, and 2 in the 3rd. They're up big early on. It's 7-8-9 due up in the 8th for YD. Basil, the pitcher, fires home. Hansen, first pitch swinging, loops one into shallow center field. Kirikoff dives, and he could not make the catch. It ricocheted off his mitt into shallow right center, a base hit for Hansen.
Yeah, Kirikoff dove and thought he had a beat on it, but couldn't get there. Gave it all he had.
Ryder Robinson will step in. Interesting that Bourne has a commanding lead early on. Bourne finished the regular season with 6 straight losses. Hyannis won 8 of their last 10 to take the 1 seed in the West, but Bourne continues to just stay so steady in the playoffs under Scott Landers. Long way to go over there in Hyannis. First pitch to Robinson, cut on, a line drive into left field. That dunks in a base knock. First and second with nobody out on back-to-back first pitch singles. Hansen aboard, now Robinson, and here comes Jake Souders.
2 line shots. And now YD's in the point where maybe they are swinging the bat and trying to carry that momentum over into tomorrow for game number 2.
An 8-run deficit with just 6 outs to work with is not impossible, but it is very unlikely. Andrew Basil into the game for the 8th inning, making his 11th appearance of the summer. First pitch to Souders. Check swing. Pitch was called a strike, about letter high, 0-1. Basil in 10 appearances has pitched to a 7.17 ERA in 21 innings of action. First and second, nobody out. The 0-1 to Souders. That's up high. Evens the count.
Crazy part is that Harwich has 13 hits. YD is 9, only out hitting them by 4, but outscoring them by 8.
1-1. Ground ball to third. This could be 2. Peltier steps on the bag. The turn to second for 1. Is it 3? Oh my goodness, a bang play. And it didn't go the Mariners' way. It could have been a triple play. Peltier stepped on third, then the force to Kurland, and Milo, I thought the turn beat him.
Oh, it was so bang. That is so close. Bang, bang, play.
Lineup turns over for Jace Tarnish. Runner at first, 2 outs. That was the closest I've ever come to seeing a triple play in person. Tarnish hits one to Smolinski at short on 2 hops. The pitch to second. And it only took one more pitch to retire the side in the 8th inning. 2 hits. Double play and the ground out. The Red Sox strand 1 and trail 12-4. We're going to the 9th inning here in Yarmouth Dennis. The Mariners 3 outs away from capturing Game 1 on the road. Start of the 9th inning here at YD. Harwich with 12 runs. The host Red Sox, just 4 of them. An 8-run advantage in Game 1 of the East Division Championship Series. The M's have 9-1-2 coming up. And the start of the 9th inning, so a heads up. This broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. All right, top 9 here at Red Wilson Field. Mariners have scored 12 runs in Game 1 on the road. In the 2-game sweep of Brewster, the last round, Harwich scored 10 combined runs in 2 wins. First pitch swinging Kirikoff, a 1-hopper back to the pitcher Robideau. He pitches to first and throws him out.
Wow, pitcher's getting involved here.
That's a 1-3 put out. Lineup turns over for Brini. I think that this Game 1 performance for Brini, 2 for 5, a 3-run home run, and a bunt single. A, it tells you a little bit how Brini plays. He can bunt for a hit, but he can also put one over the fence. But B, hopefully it wakes him up for the rest of the playoffs. He was hitless coming in.
Yeah, this is his 6th at-bat of the game.
First pitch coming to Brini. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, strike 1. I wonder where Peyton Robideau was in the middle innings for YD. So 1, 2, 3, 8th inning. It's 1 up, 1 down in the 9th inning. 5th arm used by the Red Sox and their skipper, Scott Pickler. 0-1. Swing and a foul at the plate. Brini in 0-2 hole. All right, let's start looking ahead, Milo, because why not? Tomorrow, Tommy Mitchell is going to start the game for Harwich, the righty out of Mainz. We do not know the YD starter just yet, but considering the Mariners didn't use too many arms tonight, maybe some of their top relievers will be ready.
Yeah, exactly. You hold off on using some of the biggest guys that you have in the pen.
0-2 misses up and away.
And that is massive. That is one of the biggest wins from tonight. I think the offense clicking is the biggest. But on top of that, you had a couple guys go multiple innings. Rodriguez, Bendick. Maybe Basil comes back out to close this one as well.
2-strike pitch. Brini gets into one, high and deep to right field, but right at Jake Souders. He drifts a few steps back and makes the grab for the second out. Colin Larson coming up. So who would be fresh? Would Matishat after 2 1/3 in Game 2 against Brewster be fresh?
You'd say Matishat, maybe.
I think Tommy Mitchell's definitely fresh. He only pitched an inning in that win.
Yep. And then the people that pitched in the Brewster game, in game number 2, they didn't go too long. Reese Oakley, Rex Hauser got big outs for the Mariners.
Larson, left-handed hitter, waits for the first pitch, and he takes it down low, ball 1. TJ Zierman did pitch 4 innings on, that's all the way back on the 4th of the month. It's now the 7th.
Yep.
Zierman could be ready on 3 nights rest. 4 innings is a lot, though. That's
Definitely
like a start.
A possibility.
1-0 is called a strike at the knees to even the count to Colin Larson.
Or do you just leave them and say, listen, if YD does win tomorrow, we've got Flores and we've got Zierman for game number 3 again.
Well, Flores is gone.
Right.
But yes, Zierman, there's the 1-1, punched foul. Zierman would be the guy that I think you have a point where he might need that extra day, so let's just have him if we need it.
Right.
Or he could even start game 1 of the championship series if you took care of business tomorrow.
Yep.
So he's a guy that I think everyone can agree he might need a day, but I mean, we haven't seen Luke Morgan in a long time. The righty out of Oregon is still here. Saw him warming up pregame. 2-strike pitch in the dirt. But for now, Steve Englert and the M's are going to enjoy this beatdown in Game 1. 12-4 the lead, top of the 9th, 2 outs with nobody on. The 2-2 coming to Larson. That's down and away. There will be a payoff pitch. Smolinski's on deck. Every single hitter in this Mariner lineup has a hit tonight. 6 of the first 7 Mariners have home runs. The only one that doesn't is the league MVP, Ty Smolinski. Payoff pitch. Larson slashes one into left center field, another hit. After a 425-foot home run his last time up, Larson shows he can go the other way into left center. And a speedy base runner aboard with 2 outs. And Ty Smolinski will get one more at-bat tonight.
Does he have it in him? And he led them throughout the regular season in home runs, 6 of them.
Smolinski takes his time digging into the left side. Robideau looks in from the stretch. 14 hits now for the M's. First pitch, a breaking ball that misses high. Ball 1. Never in your wildest dreams could you think that an offensive outburst would happen like this in a spot like this. Mariners just trying to win the game. They've had the best performance of the summer. The 1-0, 2-hopper to second. Colin Guerra fires to first in time. The Mariners strand a 2-out hit from Larson, but it's all about the bottom of the 9th, 3 outs away, a 12-4, 8-run advantage. Harwich looking to take Game 1 on the road of the East Division Championship Series. Don't go anywhere on the Mariners Radio Network. The YD Red Sox were on pace through the first month of the Cape Cod Baseball League summer to set the record in wins. YD finished the summer the number 1 seed at 28-11-1 for record in the East Division, and now trail 12-4 in the bottom of the 9th inning of Game 1 of the East Division Championship Series. Phoenix calls the hitter for YD. Andrew Basil deals, ball 1 inside. That being said, the Harwich Mariners finished the season the 3 seed in the East, just a 21-19 record, 2 games over 500, but are 3 outs away from getting ahead in the series. The 1-0 is hammered deep to right center field. A long run for Kirikov. It ricochets off the wall for extra bases. Cole flies past second base. He's going to go for third. The relay comes into third on 1 hop, but it's not in time. And the speed of Phoenix Cole legs out a leadoff triple to start the bottom of the 9th inning. Milo, that could be to the point you made in the 8th inning where you hope that the offense wakes up a little bit. Probably not going to get 8 runs back in the bottom of the 9th and win this game, or even tie it. But show some life because you got an elimination game tomorrow night on the road, most likely.
Yep, their backs are going to be up against the wall, and you want to have everything going into that game. And so, a triple right there for Call. He's got himself feeling good.
YD has 10 hits tonight as an offense. Tommy Gooden, the hitter, hits from the left side. Basil deals. First pitch swinging up the middle, an RBI hit for Tommy Gooden. Gooden, a 3-for-4 effort at the plate tonight. That's his 2nd run batted in, and the Harwich lead is cut down to 7. It's 12-5.
You just got to go batter by batter here if you're Andrew Basil. Keep pounding the strike zone.
Kevin Takeuchi due up. Takeuchi 1-for-4 so far, singled back in the 2nd inning. It's one of the longest games we've seen this summer. First pitch was at 4 o'clock. Games have been flying by with good pitching in the playoffs. First pitch to Takeuchi, popped up first base side, out of play. Strike 1. Yeah, it's tough to look up at that scoreboard because it doesn't look right. 12 runs for Harwich on 14 hits. Just 5 runs on 11 hits for YD.
Mariners home runs.
6 home runs from Harwich in this contest. 0-1. That hit him. Takeuchi gets plunked with a breaking ball in his lower back. Now YD has him on first and second with nobody out, trailing 12-5. The all-star catcher Mateo Cerna will step in to hit.
Yeah, most important thing is just to pound the strike zone.
I mean, who would have thought you could give up a triple, an RBI hit, and then hit a batter? And not to say that you're not always nervous trying to close out a semifinal game of the postseason, but you got some serious wiggle room. That's the number 1 team coming into the playoffs on the Cape. First pitch to Cerna's ball outside. Mariners do not have anyone warming up in their bullpen. Looks like they're just going to stick with Basil here. Basil came in and pitched a scoreless 8th inning. He did give up 2 hits. 1-0. Swing and a miss. There's a bounce back strike, 1-1. Cerna's 0 for 2, was hit by a pitch and walked. Whitey just hasn't had that breakthrough hit in this Game 1 with runners on base. They've left 9 runners on base in 8 innings. 1-1, looping breaking ball clips the outer edge for a called strike 2. Starting to get quite dark here at Red Wilson Field. No lights. The sun expected to be fully down around 7:45. YD hoping to play until that point. 2-strike pitch on its way. Hit the other way on a sharp line drive, but it twists foul over the Red Sox bullpen.
Ooh, nice catch. A bullpen catcher over there.
Guy got up and started sprinting. That would have been a nice play by an outfielder in this game. Crowd is cleared out. Maybe just 10% of the first pitch crowd still here. The 1-2, cut on and missed, strike 3. There's the first out of the 9th, and you can feel the sigh of relief from Steve Englert and Basil, especially on the hill. He strikes out Cerna.
Big strikeout there, and a double play would end this thing.
Colin Guerra, who pinch hit for the starting shortstop Reed Howard back in the 7th inning, lined into an inning-ending double play. He's 0 for 1. left-handed hitter. Basil working from the stretch. First and second, one out, bottom of the ninth. First pitch, up high, ball one.
And I think it's safe to say right now the lighting in a regular season game, this is in the 7th, they'll call this with this lighting. I mean, the infield is fully shaded. It's getting dark.
1-0. Hard hit off the first baseman O'Leary into right field, a base hit. Rounding third is Gooden. He's going to score. Takeuchi goes first to third. An RBI single for Colin Guerra. And the Mariners' lead is down to 6. It's 12-6. That ball was blasted down the first base line.
Scorched.
O'Leary's going to hand deliver a new baseball to the reliever Andrew Basil. Now 3 hits, 2 runs already in the Red Sox home 9th. The catcher Cole Hansen, who's 1 for 4, singled his last time up in the 8th inning, is in the righty box. First pitch coming. Hansen takes a strike. Counts 0-1.
In game number 1 of the first series, Whitey scored a couple late inning runs when they lost, and they ended up winning game 2.
Here comes the 0-1. It's fouled straight back into the netting. 0-2. It does make you wonder, though, could this get to the point where if Whitey has 2, maybe 3 more guys reach base, it might be worth saying, hey, we want to resume this tomorrow morning. 12-6 for now. First and third, 1 out. The 0-2 pitch inside. Hansen a little mad at himself. I think he wanted to wear that pitch, but he got out of the way. Ryder Robinson on deck. He's been aboard every time that he's hit tonight. 2 for 2, a home run and a single with 2 walks. Hansen for now. The 2-strike pitch fouled off of his left shin. He's staying alive.
That hurts.
Harwich can hold on to this 6-run lead. Just 2 more outs to go. Would even the summer series with YD. The Red Sox took the regular season series 3-2. But Harwich coming into this game 1 had taken the final 2 of 3. Mentioned at the top of this inning that YD started as the best team far and away that this league has seen in a long, long time. 1-2 again. Foul tipped, caught by the catcher Jaxa for strike 3. Harwich is an out away.
Yeah, nice pitch there, slider from Basil.
Number 44, Nick Schuett.
Nick Schuett out of Rutgers is going to pinch hit for Ryder Robinson. I don't know why anyone would pinch hit for Robinson. He's been the best Red Sox all day. On base 4 times, 2 runs, a home run. First and third, 2 out. Basil deals home. Right down the middle, called strike 1.
Go. 2 more of those.
Harwich fell behind 3-0 through the first 2 innings of this game. Scored 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 4 in the fifth. And really never looked back from there. The 0-1 is fouled back. It's 0-2. Added on 1 more in the 6th, 2 more in the 7th. En route to a 12-6 ball game with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Oh, 2, runner goes from first, pitch taken inside. The Mariners give first base to Colin Guerra. He swipes the base. 2 in scoring position.
Come on, Basil.
Schuett trying to make this interesting, continue a YD rally in the 9th. 1-2. Fouled straight back. That was a good breaking ball from Basil, but Schuett caught a piece. Claps you're hearing are coming from the Mariner dugout. They're locked in on this playoff run. The 1-2 again, bouncing ball to short. Smolinski in the hole, a sidearm running throw, not in time. It bounces off O'Leary's glove. The runner scores from third, and Guerra goes second to third That'll be an infield hit for an RBI. Nick Schuett, the pinch hitter, delivers. It's now 12-7 in the bottom of the ninth.
Number 27, Jake Souter.
Yep. Keep the line moving. Your YD.
That's the fourth hit and the third run that the Red Sox have plated against Andrew Basil in the ninth. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. YD down by 5. First pitch to Souders is outside ball 1. Got to give a lot of credit to YD here in the bottom of the ninth. They are grinding right now, running down the baselines hard. 1-0, right down the middle, called strike 1. Souders is 2 for 4, an RBI double and a single. 1-1. In the dirt, blocked by Jaxa. 2-1. These long games like this, you got to give some extra love to the catchers, too. That is a tough day for these guys. The Mariners' Sean James has left the ball club, so Harwich down to just 2 catchers, Jaxa and Stockman. Would assume Stockman will catch tomorrow in game 2. Check on the runner at first. Back with a dive is Schuett. Everything has come easy tonight for Harwich. Hitting, leaving runners on base, but in the bottom of the ninth, Basil is just reaching for one more out to end this ball game. And now he steps off and calls time. And what's new? The PitchCom system is not working. Braden Jaxa has to get a new device. If you've listened all summer, now in game 43 on the Mariners radio network, Milo and I not a fan of that, not very fond of its ability to slow down the pace of play. Now he's ready, the 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 2-2. Deuces run wild in the bottom of the ninth. A 12-7 Harwich lead, 2 on with 2 out. And a 2-ball and 2-strike count to the right fielder, Jake Souders. A strike away from a Game 1 win. The pitch, fouled back into the netting. Everything about this series just has history written all over it. Scott Pickler in his 28th summer as the head man of YD. Steve Engler in his 24th summer in Harwich, going head-to-head again for his 2nd consecutive summer in this round. 2-2. It hit him right on the left hip, and the bases are now loaded for the Red Sox.
Tying runs on deck. And Engler is out of the dugout. He's called on a new pitcher.
Taking no chances here, and you can make the argument that the Mariners have already taken quite a chance leaving Basil in there for this long. It's been a 4-hit, 3-run bottom of the ninth inning. Basil is now leaving the hill, and we'll be back with the new Mariner arm. The bases are loaded. YD is trailing by 5 runs, and it's the top of the order in Jace Tarnish coming up to hit. We'll be right back. The bottom of the ninth inning here at YD started with a 12-4 Harwich lead. It's now 12-7. The bases are loaded with 2 outs. And the Mariners call on Owen Wheeler to get 1 more out to lock in the Game 1 victory. Wheeler faces Jace Tarnish. The first pitch, ripped down the third baseline. It's fair, and it's all the way into the corner. 1 run scores. The second is in Shuett, and it's a 2 RBI double for Tarnish. It's now 12-9 in the bottom of the ninth, and the tying run is going to get an at-bat in the UCLA Bruin Phoenix call.
Wow. I mean, this would be shocking, and now the umpires are coming together.
No. I'm with the crowd. No. There's plenty of light to play baseball right now. The M's need 1 more out.
1 more out.
But they've needed 1 more out for the last 15 minutes or so. And the umps all agree that safe means to play ball.
Do you think he would have pumped his fist if it were done? I have never seen anything like this.
5-run ninth inning. Cole steps in. Cole's 1 for 4 in the game. First pitch coming to him, taken for a strike. Harwich was up 8 runs at the start of this inning. The tying run is now up. 0-1 pitch. Cole can't connect. A swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Harwich a strike away. An out away. Here comes the 2-strike pitch in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Jaxa. 1-2. You know what you really don't want to do is give that big number 23 in the on-deck circle an at-bat.
Yeah.
Because Tommy Gooden, maybe the best hitter on Cape Cod this summer, and he's on deck. For now, it's Phoenix call. Another 2-strike pitch. Hit the other way, down the right field line, but foul. And we're still playing baseball. Second and third with 2 outs. Harwich up 12-9. Game 2 will be tomorrow night, and a pitch clock violation, or at least warning, is called on the hitter call.
Just need a strike here.
1 strike from Wheeler. Can he get the job done? 1-2. Nubbed off the end of the bat down the first base line. Wheeler picks it up, steps on the bag. He did it himself. And the M's take Game 1 of the East Division Championship Series by the final score 12-9 on the road in Yarmouth Dennis. And they're 1 win away from the Cape Cod Baseball League Championship Series.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Got a little dicey. Got a little dicey in the end. But the Mariners get the job done. And we'll see this team tomorrow at White House Field. And the Red Sox have their backs against the wall.
14 hits for Harwich, 14 hits for YD. One of the best slugfests of the summer. There were times in this game where it was sloppy, whether the pitchers had control issues or the defense. Harwich made some mistakes. When it's all said and done, it was a gauntlet of a game. It was a long one. It was hot for first pitch. But the Mariners beat YD at home, and my goodness, 1 win away from a championship appearance.
They get the job done, and that's all that matters. Get the job done, and you're 1 win away, like you said. But tomorrow's a new day. YD's going to come with their backs against the wall. Mariners have already dealt with this once. YD has already dealt with this once. 2 teams with experience in this exact situation. So they go to battle tomorrow at White House Field, and we'll see what the outcome is. It should be an awesome atmosphere.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll have post-game coverage and an interview on the air coming from Lily Reisenweber. She could choose from a plethora of Mariners. The offense hit 6 home runs in a 12-9 Game 1 victory over Yarmouth Dennis. We'll be right back on the Mariners Radio Network. Back here at YD, the Mariners take game 1 12-9. We're going to throw it to our sideline reporter, Lily Reisenweber, who has Nico Brini.
Thanks, Luke. The Mariners are headed to Game 2 of the East Division Finals with a win. I'm here with left fielder Nico Brini. Nico, you had your first hit of the postseason, followed by a home run. Did you change your approach at the plate?
No, I thought I've been seeing it well, so just stuck with it. I was able to lay a bunt down, get us started, and then a nice home run and a timely spot to take the lead.
Well, you kicked off the home run train, 1 of 6 for the Mariners. Tell me a little bit about the energy in the dugout tonight.
They always say hitting's contagious. One leads to another and another, and just feed off each other. Everyone's feeling good, so we're ready to go.
Well, you're one of the Mariners' returners. This team knocked you guys out this time last year. What is that motivation headed into tomorrow's game?
It's the same. I'm ready to play baseball no matter who it is, and I think we have a good chance of winning this. I know we are going to.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Lily. Nico Brini is truly just a ball player, and one of my favorite parts about him is just he's soft-spoken. He doesn't have much to say, but he knows what he's good at.
Yep.
And it's hustling out hits, a bunt hit, the go-ahead home run. Whatever you ask that guy to do, he's going to provide. Brini was 2 for 6, a home run with 3 runs batted in. And that home run, it feels like forever ago, but that gave the Mariners the lead in the ballgame.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest hits, if not the biggest hit of the ballgame tonight for the M's. And they get the job done. Brini and 5 other Mariners hit home runs, and they have a 1-0 series lead. But listen, tomorrow you start fresh. Both teams are going to come in with the urge to win. YD, they need to win to keep their season alive. Obviously, Harwich wants to get the job done at home and not have to come back here for game number 3, which would be on Sunday.
Well, we'll be back on the air at home tomorrow night on Cape League TV. A chance to send the Mariners to the Cape League Championship from the friendly confines of White House Field. A 12-9 Game 1 win. The win goes to Christian Rodriguez, the loss to Connor Hamilton. And the Mariners beat the Red Sox. We'll have you covered on TV tomorrow night. For my partner Milo Hoffman, our producer Sawyer Goldwine, you just heard from our sideline reporter Lily Reisenweber.